قصة المملكة فايز من قبل المعركة. قصة المملكة فايز من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة. قصة المملكة فايز من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة. كذبين وعلى تندية البوس أول شي شفت بحياة الخوص منافقين وكلكم عن النور دبر وعيونك إنهم منظار صفت محتار. شفت كثير أقدر في بلدنا يا عمي مليانة أثر فابو عليك بور خفف عن زول كيف
What up?
بعرفش اللي صور أنا زي الكبر بطلعش.
Welcome to the final stream from these United States of America, baby. The final stream, folks. I can't wait to come back home, to be honest with you guys. Whoopsie. We are listening to Daboud by Daboud, folks.
قصة المملكة فايز من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة. بلادنا مقصدر حفلة تنط مخمض مش شايف أبيض.
We have Nadim in the chat. Nadim, اشتقنا لك يا Nadim. We miss Nadim. We have Nour in the chat. We have half the crews in the chat, folks. 100 of you already here. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me, folks. This is the final live stream. Couple of before we get into, we're going to react to Content Deputy by iDubbbz. Before we get into that, a couple of housekeeping things. This is the final live stream here. I know I said I was going to do a members and Patreon live stream today or this weekend. It is going to be difficult, folks. I am packing my bags. I'm exhausted. This was supposed to be a vacation, and I ended up spending half of it doing live streams here. So I do not have the time to do one more live stream today. But as soon as I get back to Lebanon, I'm going to be doing an exclusive members live stream. I am so sorry for the delay. I swear to God, I just have not had the time. This has been an insane 2 weeks of people just dropping videos. iDubbbz has been dropping videos. H3 has been reacting to iDubbbz. iDubbbz released another video. The Sam Cedar debate, the Hassan debate. It's really been insane. It's been like playoff season for the Chronically Online. So I have not had the time to do an extra live stream, you know what I mean? But if you guys would like to support us, please consider becoming a member. I promise you, member stuff is coming. I promise you, it's just been an insane period. People are asking, what about AB's video? Well, let me get to that in a second. So if you guys would like to support us, consider joining our Patreon. Let me take a second to thank a few of our beloved patrons. And you can also become a member. Someone just became a member earlier. Let me check it out. Cephalon2 just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you, Cephalon. Thank you so much for the support. We love you. What was I saying? Patreon. So yeah, let me just take a second to thank some of our patrons before we get. And you can also support us by becoming a member on the channel, by engaging with the chat, by throwing in some super chats if you would like to. There is zero pressure to ever support us financially in any way, shape, or form. You just being here, you liking the video, you chatting in the live chat, subscribing to the channel. That's already more than enough, and we love you so much. And if you'd like to take that extra step, hey, feel free to do so. We are an independent Lebanese YouTube channel from Lebanon, so the only reason we were able to stay around and keep doing what we're doing is because of you guys, the lovely supporters. So the Patreon link is right here at the bottom. Pick a tier that's right for you. Let me thank some God tier patrons like Elia Mujabir, Jack Sleeman, Dominic Selzer, Daniel Nechle, Emma Watson, A Rose for you. Superhero patrons like Rana F, Hadi, Claudia, Michelle Bagnall, Brian Hernandez, and Jessica Ann. Blonde patrons like Tito Khouri, Wa'el Abu Karam, Mike Sahabi, and David Ayala. CH just became a member of the channel. Welcome, CH. Welcome to the channel. So thank you guys so much for the support. Let me get rid of this banner right here. So just some more housekeeping. I'm going to be back in Lebanon on Tuesday, and the podcast will be back with the crew sometime next week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. And then that is when we're going to react to AB's video. So AB dropped a video. Let me close this. AB dropped a video talking about me. The whole video is not about me, but most of it is. Whoopsie. Most of it is, or not most of it. Like he does mention me a couple times. I watched it already, and I left him a comment. Then I watched the Ethan versus Hassan debate, and then I deleted the comment that I left because I felt that the comment that I left was way too charitable. So even if you read it, even if they screenshotted it, I don't care. I'm going to readdress AB in person and his shameful support of Ethan and Ela and his shameful work on the H3 podcast, because he is an Uncle Tom. He is an embarrassment to Lebanese people. He and Lena are, especially after Ethan is on camera referring to Arabs as fucking Arabs and blaming Arabs for the existence of Zionists and basically saying that all Arabs are anti-Semitic. So the fact that AB is more than comfortable to sit there, I have zero charitability for that guy. We're going to watch the video together because the rest of my crew has things to say to AB. Okay, you hear that, AB? More Lebanese people want to criticize you for your, lack of integrity, my man. So that's gonna happen. So look to our reaction when I come back, and it's gonna be a couple of days late, but I mean that's okay. We're gonna react to it head on, because they are shameful. And I just saw a story of Ethan's on Instagram being like he bodied Hassan with facts and that we're just coping and we're calling him a racist because that's all we can do. I'm not going to deal with any of that stupidity. At this point, I've accepted that the internet is split into two camps. There are two realities that are existing in parallel. The people that think that Ethan is right and that whatever he's saying is right, and the people that disagree with Ethan, and no one is going to convince the other. You know what I mean? I think we might be able to bring some people to our side, but at this point, Ethan's fan base is Asmongold fans, Sam Hyde fans, like the shittiest of the shitty people, and he has to hold on to them because that's all he has if he wants to keep his podcast monetized. He is now extremely happy that iDubbbz is beefing with him because it's giving him content. It's giving him content. He's going to talk about iDubbbz on Monday. He's going to shit on Creator Clash. That's all he has going for him. So I don't want to play his games anymore. So I'm probably going to cover H3 less. I'm going to cover people criticizing Ethan, but I'm just not going to give a fuck about Ethan as much. Ghada El Maghribi sends 10 Canadian dollars. Please check Ethan's mom's video about Abraham, and if he hadn't had another son, the world would have had a utopia without Arabs. Jesus, really? Ethan's mom made a video about Abraham? Where is that video? Is it on like YouTube or something? That's crazy. But again, I don't want to watch anything. Like, I don't want to put Ethan's mom on my channel and like put it on blast. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get into his family. None of that shit. We have 188 of you in the live chat, folks. Also, Comrade Casey has dropped a couple of videos. Comrade Casey, let me open up NSR. NSR. Comrade Casey. Why can't I find this? North Star Radio. Sorry, guys. So North Star Radio has a couple of videos that I'm behind on North Star Radio, folks, reactions. He did Ethan Klein, the lawsuit Happy Millionaire, which I haven't watched yet, and I would love to watch and react to that someday. And iDubbbz versus Ethan, he dropped that today. So maybe we can try to squeeze that in today, but the majority of today is going to be reacting to Content Deputy. And at this point, folks, I'm comfortable in saying that I'm friends with iDubbbz and Anissa. We talk on Twitter. I was trying to keep that shit secret before because my DMs had leaked on Twitter, and I didn't want to get them in any more trouble. The fact that they've stepped away from Creator Clash at this point, fuck it. And some of the things that I talk about, I knew of a little bit earlier than I'm allowed to let on. But I'm very happy that I'm talking to iDubbbz. I looked up to, and I don't talk to him that much. Just we DM'd a couple of times. But I consider him a friend at this point. Friend of the show, iDubbbz. And which is crazy because I look up to iDubbbz. And he's one of my idols when it comes to YouTube and making documentaries. He's the only reason why I made my documentaries. Shout out the documentary Kung Fu Jesus. So I fucking love iDubbbz. And iDubbbz, Anissa, I'll say it again. If you ever come visit Lebanon, more than happy to show you guys around, to hang out with you guys. It would be my honor to meet you guys and hang out with you. Love you guys. I'm sorry for all the harassment that Ethan is throwing your way. It's disgusting. With all that said, 200 of you guys are live. No, I've not moved for good. I'm coming back to Lebanon, and I can't wait to be back in Lebanon with my setup, with my tech, with my gear, with my mic, with everything, the consistent lighting. I'm tired of having to set up this room to do this. Anyways, with all that said, folks, let me not waste any more of your time. Let us react to the Content Deputy. We're going to watch it at regular speed. It's only 32 minutes. And then if we have some time, maybe we'll watch some North Star Radio together. And that'll be the last live stream until I get back to Lebanon. So we'll see you guys in a couple of days. Let's go. And how cool is it to have iDubbbz and Anissa on our team right now? You know what I mean? The pro-Palestine team, anti-H3. That's fucking dope. 1, 2, 3. I haven't seen this yet. Let's go.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Content Deputy. Now normally in a Content Deputy I would dance around in my cop outfit in the woods, but this video isn't going to have any of that fanfare. We're just going to get straight into it. I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anissa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that, because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anissa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
I don't know if you noticed, but the last year they lost $250,000. To be charitable, you actually have to give money to charity, son. You have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
Ethan and Hila are well aware that we raised $1.3 million for charity the first year of Creator Clash. The second year we operated at a loss, and I take full responsibility for that.
Yeah, I do remember the first year was very, and I watched both events. I watched both Creator Clash events. I think they were legendary events. I love boxing. I train. I haven't fought. I don't fight. I'm not like an amateur boxer, but like I'm an amateur boxer in the sense that I've been training for 2 years, and I do have a bunch of boxing skills, and I fucking love Creator Clash. I think out of all the influencer boxing events, they are by far and away, head and shoulders above the rest. They have heart. I teared up watching both events. Like each of them have actual like emotional moments. And iDubbbz is right about them being fun because like all the other influencer boxing events, they're trying to be real boxing events, and they're bringing like these douchey ass fighters pretending to be real boxers. They're trying to make it feel like a real boxing event. This feels like a bunch of random creators fighting, and it feels like there's this wholesome vibe to the whole thing. When Airsoft Fatty came out to sing the national anthem the first time, and then those other two dudes, I forget their name, Negasonic, they came out and sang the anthem in the second one. I don't know, dude. It's just been an extremely wholesome event. I already bought my pay-per-view. As soon as Creator Clash 3 was announced, I bought my pay-per-view ticket, and I intend on live reacting to it when it happens. I'm very sad that Ian and Anissa had to step down. Haley D gifts 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Haley D, our queen, we love you so much. Thank you so much. All of you members, I promise you, exclusive live stream next week. It's just been an insane 2 weeks, folks. This was supposed to be a vacation. So anyways, let's go back to this. So the first one did raise $1.3 million.
Year of Creator Clash. The second year we operated at
Creator Clash 2 and Influencer Boxing failed to raise money. I remember they'd lost $250,000, and then Ian ended up doing like a live stream at home to make up for that loss, and they ended up raising a bunch of money for charity. So it wasn't a complete loss, guys. Don't be too hard on yourselves.
A loss, and I take full responsibility for that. We did band together. The community and the fighters involved ended up raising $175,000 for charity. It's been really disheartening to see how often Ethan will attack Creator Clash through us or attack us through Creator Clash.
Ian and Anissa, masters of putting on an event.
He's reposting random troll accounts that are very easy to vet. If you click on the
Yeah, they're like Nazi accounts. This dude like follows the shittiest people. He's like a right-wing Nazi motherfucker. Sam Hyde, you know what I mean? Ethan like has lost all critical thinking, and he has aligned himself with the worst neo-Nazis on the internet. That is Ethan's audience, bro. Like, I'm so glad to be out of that whole sphere. I'm so comfortable to say fuck Ethan. He's a fucking racist. He's a disgusting piece of shit. Like, there's nothing redeemable about him. There's nothing redeemable about him at that point, except the fact that he called Hila a terrorist, and he admitted that the IDF are terrorists. Good job, Ethan. Good job. Good job.
His profile, it has a bunch of Sam Hyde adjacent posts, and it just hates Anissa and I. Come on, dude, you're one step away from calling me a cuck. Just take the plunge. He's highlighting this post that equates Creator Clash to a crypto rug pull. He's saying the event is going to be worse than TanaCon. Can't wait for them to blame us for their failed event. Don't worry, Hila. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything.
Ethan's Basement, friend of the show. Ethan's Basement, the legend, is in the chat. W's in the chat for Ethan's Basement. And Marina Nimbus, beloved patron, member, and longtime fan, has gifted 1 Do Not Worry membership. Consider yourselves lucky to be gifted a membership by our very own Marina. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Thank you all for being here. 300 of you in the live chat for this fun little impromptu live stream. Let's go, baby.
So that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet. The internet might actually blame you guys for it. Now, with this recent revelation that people are just going to use Creator Clash to attack Anissa and I, Anissa and I have decided to step away from Creator Clash. We have relinquished control to our business partners who ran the previous 2 events. They're very capable. They know exactly what they're doing. They run events on a regular basis. The event is still happening. Anissa and I just don't have any financial ties. We don't have any ownership.
We got North Star Radio in the chat as well. Shout out to North Star Radio. Comrade Casey, I want to watch your videos. I want to watch your your Ethan versus Ian video. I want to watch your Ethan suing people video. I just have not had the chance yet. It's been wild. I'm sorry, guys. A little brighter. So, if you guys haven't yet, subscribe to Ethan's Basement. Subscribe to Hassan Made It, actually. And subscribe to North Star Radio. Friends of the show, comrades and allies. Ooh, camera. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Let's go.
We are, I think just going to be known as the founders of the event. Yeah, I mean, I think it had to come to this eventually. I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't, I can. I just didn't want to. I want to be frank. I want to be honest.
Let's go. So Ethan and Anissa, I mean, I know, I'm not going to get into this a lot, but like, hey, I'm friends with Ian and Anissa. I knew they were going to step away before this announcement, not that much earlier. But yeah, I mean, Ian wants the freedom to be able to say whatever the fuck he wants. He felt that he had baby gloves on essentially because of Creator Clash, and now that they are separate from Creator Clash, he can actually say what is actually on his mind. So I expect this video to be a lot more honest and frank and like hard hitting than the Content Cop. Heather gifts 1 Do Not Worry membership. Dreadful Utopia also gifts 1 Do Not Worry membership. Thank you for the gifted. And my name since $5. Did you see AB's new video? He attacks you in it and clips you out of context. Love your work and streams. Yeah, I saw AB's video. I have some words for his little bitch ass next week. So little AB, my little كسكوس AB ما تخاف حبيبي رح نحكي عنك جمعة الجاي انت ومرتك اخر لبنانية بالعالم تشتغلوا عن واحد صهيوني بلا شرف. You have no honor, no integrity. You frankly disgust me personally. Let me just take a little side just to talk about AB. Lebanese people, we have noble blood. We are a proud people. You know what I mean? We are a proud people. Our country is not perfect. It is far from perfect, but we have noble blood. We are proud. We're proud to be Arabs. We're proud to be where we come from, and we're proud to stand for what's right, and we're proud to stand against what is wrong. And AB and Lena, you have proven yourselves to not be Arabs. You are not Lebanese people. I don't care what your passports say. I don't care where you were born. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. You do not represent Lebanon. You are the worst Lebanese representatives to be on the H3 podcast. And the fact that you still work for these Zionists and are happy to earn a paycheck from them, especially after Ethan referred to us as fucking Arabs, you are more than shameful. And that poor little fucking puppy, you got her a puppy and you called him Rocky to remind her that she had to drop out of Creator Clash. You gave the dog a boxing name to remind her till the end of time that you forced her to drop out of Creator Clash because Ethan and Ela made you. Anyways, more on that next week. Yeah, he called me like a barbarian or some shit. AB just wants to be a white guy. He's ashamed to be an Arab. That's why he goes by AB and not Abdullah. Anyways, next week, AB. Next week. ما تعتلم حبيب قلبي.
Quiet during the second Creator Clash because I was afraid of how that would impact other people. This year I said I'm going to do something different. I'm going to fight back if someone's trying to attack me. So that's what I did. And now I've realized like I can't really have my cake and eat it too. It's either you're going to talk shit like a foul beast on the internet, or you're going to have a charity event. You know, it really can't be both. I'm very proud of the event that we made with Creator Clash. It's still happening, June 28th. I'm just not going to be involved in it. Please, for the love of God, support this event. You know, I feel like in some ways I'm like cutting off an arm so that I could escape the bear trap and so I can fight. Well, that's a bad analogy. You guys get it. We've already told all the fighters, and it seems like most people understand that this is the best move. If the previous Content Cop was entertaining to you, or this video is entertaining, or you like the message, the best thing that you can do, for me, is to support Creator Clash. Buy a ticket, buy a pay-per-view ticket, an in-person ticket, or donate to the fundraiser. I just want to see this event do well. You know, I didn't try this shit because I thought I was going to be a good boxer. I didn't think I would be an awesome event organizer. And, you know, now I'm finally back to where I started, which is making fucking Content Cop videos. I don't want to make this too ham-fisted, but I kind of do want to make it ham-fisted because I'm like, I spent my last fucking 4 years working on this stupid boxing shit. I mean, it was worth it, absolutely. But, like, it's crazy that I've just returned to Content Cop. Having said all that, Creator Clash ticket link down in the description. Go check it out, buy tickets, support the charity, support the fighters, and have a good ass time. I mean, ultimately, I think it's a good thing because I think I am meant to roll around in shit. I think me and Ethan are...
If you guys are remotely interested, a lot of you guys, I don't know if you guys ever watch boxing, if you've ever seen an influencer boxing event, but please do check out Creator Clash. It is nothing like another influencer boxing event. It's I've even watched it with people that have never watched boxing before, and they really found it entertaining because they're really getting creators from all corners of the internet. There's like Ren from the Corridor Crew who does VFX, and there's Will Neff like from Twitch, and he's like Hassan's friend. You got all these random ass people who would never in a million years step into a boxing ring if it wasn't for this event. And you really get to see how far are people willing to go to train. Like, did they take their training seriously? Are they gonna do a good job in the fucking ring? Like, to me, it's a really, really, really nice event. And like the tickets are like, I got mine for like $20. The pay-per-view tickets, I got them early. But if you are remotely interested in YouTube and influencer culture and in boxing, it is very much a worthwhile event to watch. And if you buy the pay-per-view, we might be able to like live stream it together and watch it together. So that'll make it even more fun.
Both meant to be rolling around in pig shit all day long, and other people are meant to do boxing or debating or whatever else. Ethan and me, pig shit rolling around type of fellas.
You underestimate my strength! I've got coach's strength! The will of Allah! I mean Yahweh! Yahweh!
I think the worst criticisms I labeled at Ethan is that he's a bad boss, a tyrant of a boss. I just implied that he was being taken advantage of by people either in his community or outside of his community, and I called him a bitch-made coward. That was like the summary of personal insults labeled at Ethan. Before Ethan even knew what my video was about, he was already framing me as anti-Semitic.
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer guy.
That's all Ethan has. That's all Ethan has. Anti-Semitic, you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-Semitic. He doesn't want to come to terms with the fact that he's married to an... Well, actually, now he has. He does know that he's married to an IDF terrorist. So, Nugzoltal sends $5. Hassan will help fundraise for Creator Clash by reacting to Ethan's content puke. Good on Ian for standing on business. Absolutely. That's so fucking based, by the way, by Hassan. And I don't know. If it helps, I'll try to do the same thing. You know what I mean? If I feel like Creator Clash is being... really like ruined and what's the word? Kind of jerked around by Ethan and his crew. I'll try my best. Not that I can raise a fraction of what Hassan can raise. You know what I mean? So Hassan's community has it down. They have it under control. But if they need our help, we're there for Creator Clash. I'll do whatever I can do to try to help, obviously. So no worries there to Ian and Anissa. Jana Koteva or Yana Koteva. 20 euros. Thank you so much, Jana. I've been watching the stream from the beginning, but best wishes and thanks for watching, and thanks for the great music. I've already saved some and am playing them. Well, fucking awesome. Nour is working on has made a Spotify playlist that is pinned on top of this list. You guys can all add or save that playlist. Every song that we play on this podcast, on this stream, you can find it on that playlist, and hey, introduce it to your friends. So far, I'm playing a lot of the same artists, Dabour and Shabbajdi, because so far they have not copyrighted me. And I'm very scared of like getting copyrighted at some point. So far I'm just playing a lot of their music because they seem to be okay with the like no copyright strikes. 400 of you in the live chat. Thank you so much for being here, folks. Let's keep going with this content. Deputy.
Guys, right?
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I'm one of you. I fucking hate Jews too, guys. Let's get after it. Israelis have no right to defend themselves, actually. All Israelis are settlers, actually. What is he going to give me a history lesson now? Is he a historian? Yeah, he just discovered empathy, by the way, and only extends to the point where you're actually talking about Jewish people or Israelis. Then empathy stops, and they should all be murdered. Bro's actually out there like Timothy McVeigh. He's running to the closest fucking kindergarten to blow it up. There's a Jew. I heard there's a Jewish.
That's not what Timothy McVeigh did.
They want all you guys to quit, and for me to just be like alone. Little Jew boy alone.
Little Jew. We want the crew to quit so that they can have a career separate. At this point, I don't want any of them to quit. I don't care what any of them do. They could all quit today and write the nicest letter in support of like the Palestinian people and shit. It's too fucking late. You disgusting, cowardly crew members. I equate all of you with Ethan now. Everyone from Nate, Olivia, Lena, AB, Dan, Zach. I mean, even Ian. I mean, Ian left, but I mean, Ian fucking sat there quietly and said fucking nothing. So just everyone, bro. Just fuck all of y'all. You're all disgusting. But yeah, they should have left for their own good. And yet, you've ruined their careers now.
Ethan, under a year ago, was saying he doesn't use anti-Semitism in that way. He's not a guy to call anything and everything anti-Semitic.
You know, in my whole life, I've never screamed foul on anti-Semitism. I literally have been getting this shit since the second I stepped foot on the internet, and I have never fucking ever done this, okay? So the people online, they're saying, oh, Ethan's making himself a victim, or Ethan's making everything about anti-Semitism. I've done this once in my life right now. But he's like, no, actually.
Yeah. And then during the genocide, when people started to call out Israel more and more, and calling out your Zionism more and more, suddenly everyone's anti-Semitic. Even fans of Ethan and Ila's that have been their fans for years, even their friends, apparently. You know what I mean? Ian, all of a sudden, who used to hang out with Ethan, he's anti-Semitic now. Me, who spent thousands of dollars on Teddy Fresh supporting this Jewish couple. Apparently, I'm an anti-Semite, folks. Holy shit, I didn't know that. Fucking crazy. Damn, well, thank you for revealing something about me. I guess I am an anti-Semite, even though I've supported Jewish people my whole life, and I consume Jewish media and all that sort of thing. Anti-Semitic. Very logical arguments, Ethan.
Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
I don't know if that's what the video is.
I mean, I get that he's scared and offended, but this was the whole fucking point of my video, Ethan. I was saying that you shouldn't be doing this. It led to me making this video in the first place. You were triggered by this CPS harassment thing, and then you immediately equated Anissa and I to it. That was sloppy, and that was horrendous, and it was horrendous for us. And now you're doing it again.
I'm gonna watch it live.
Should you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. But like, why?
I just don't think, I feel like you're gonna get really emotional and say something.
Lizzie, are you interested in watching my song later? Of course I want to watch the song, Lizzie. Of course. Send over a link to Nour. That way she can share it here in the live chat, and I can check it out in a second.
You regret.
Well, I've got the button.
Like, I know you don't have a problem taking it head on, but I just feel
Of course not. Because I know that
you're
whatever...
understandably upset, and I feel like it might be a little...
Should we wait to talk about it, or you want to talk about it?
You should do it off stream. Because I don't know, this escalated initially because we were live and you guys were heated about, I forget what it was.
I just think it might be wise to watch it, think out your thoughts, and respond in a calm way. Because there's no chance that you don't get heated.
I don't need to fucking pre-watch this. I don't need someone else to hold my hand through it. Like, I'm ready to take on anything that these people have to say about me. He's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys. I'm one of you. I fucking hate Jews too, guys.
You attacked us, so I attacked back, and now you're acting surprised and shocked, and you're doing it all on your podcast live. So naturally, you reacting live is you having an emotional reaction and seeing things that honestly are scary.
I just said, I vented about them not defending me. What the fuck is he, like, he's actually losing his shit and I just can't believe it, dude.
Should you call him up?
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. Fair weather friends who are so happy to be friends as long as they're getting something out of it.
Ian sucks for the same reason right now. He could say something
Spineless. Our POV is like, fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear any excuses. You're not my friend, and you never were, and you never will be. You never will be.
What's very insane about this content cop is I was thinking about Ethan's feelings so much in that video. I thought about the idea of like how I shouldn't be saying the term Zionist or Zionism in that video, because I was like, he has explained before that that's personally insulting to him and he doesn't like that. You know, regardless of how true it is, I was like, I'm going to think about Ethan's feelings and not mention this. Fast forward to him reacting to my video, he's just outright calling me a fucking Nazi.
Is it a coincidence that Ian really shaved his head just before doing this video and he's holding a swastika one? I mean, we can free...
Oh, he mentioned him shaving his head. He's actually trying to frame it like he shaved his head like a skinhead Nazi. How did I miss this, dude?
Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that? Well, this is the white savior, Ian, who's just found empathy, unless you're Jewish, of course.
Ethan, people are allowed to shave their head and not be called anti-Semitic. I mean, if you're going to critique his podcast or be pissed off that he personally insulted you, even that is enough to be called anti-Semitic. It's fucking crazy. Now, I don't want to talk about Hassan's sword. I don't want to talk about Hassan's sword hilt because Ethan himself basically admitted already multiple times he doesn't think any of us did that intentionally. and he would be right.
Do I think any of them actually like wanted to put a swastika in the photo? No,
Yeah,
no. I don't actually think that. The chances that they did on purpose is close to zero, right? So I'm not accusing them.
I picked up a random.
But he's changed his mind. Talking to Hassan in the debate with Hassan, he kept insisting that they chose it on purpose. And you have 10 swords. 10 swords according to the New York Times article. Why did you pick that one? Oh, you mean it was just a cosmic coincidence? Okay. That's what Ethan was doing. He is basically saying 500 live viewers, by the way, 500 live viewers. Ethan was completely insinuating that they chose that sword on purpose. And he kept asking Hassan, who had nothing to do with the video, why didn't you take the picture down? Why did you pick that sword? Why did you have 10 other swords? Why would you pick that one? Just a coincidence? Okay. And just a week or two ago, he wasn't saying that. He'll say whatever it is to get the clicks, whatever it is to farm drama from his Sam Hyde, Epstein-y, Asmongold fans. That's all he's going to do. And we got all the good fans here. All the fallen fans, all the H3 fallen fans who are actual leftists, who actually care about Palestine. You're all chilling with us now. How fucking nice is that?
Sword in Hassan's room that was laying around. That could be the end of the discussion. You don't actually need to debate Hassan about the sword hilt.
He left it up.
Decision making.
If it was a mistake, he could have deleted it.
But I'm not going to delete the photo because that would be indulging in your weird anti-Semitic fantasies.
We can free Palestine without being a Nazi. You fucking Nazis. How about that?
I'm done being nice to Ethan. I gave it a chance. My sincerity and my empathy in that last video was real. I was even equating to him having crash out moments in the same way that denims could have crash out moments. I think we're all capable of it, but he was using it in the video to suggest that I was making fun of his mental health.
To my good friend Ian of 8 years, I really appreciate you weaponizing my mental health against me.
To make Ethan crash out. He's having a parasocial weird crash out. People can have crash out moments. Maybe if Ethan's able to get some help. Dude, I'm not making fun of your mental health. Every example you used was me basically saying that other people are trying to affect you. It's understandable that you're going through this right now, Ethan. We all go through this.
To characterize anything I'm doing as crashing out, that I need help, that I need to get some kind of treatment.
Bro, if Ethan says that he's been getting more harassment than anyone on the internet, what about the harassment that Ian and Anissa have been getting for years? Ever since Ian started dating Anissa, their lives have been a nightmare, bro. I've never seen anyone actually personally get as much harassment as iDubbbz, bro. iDubbbz was on top of the fucking world, bro. And the most toxic fan base online and all these shitty fucking viewers that you have now cultivated as your own audience who depend on fucking drama, they ruined his life, bro. They almost drove him off the internet. Like, I'm so glad that iDubbbz is back and he and Anissa have like dealt with all of these issues and they don't give a fuck what people say about them. To be honest with you, every time Anissa posts something on Twitter, bro, if you read the fucking responses, it is nauseating. The responses she gets are nauseating, but she doesn't fucking care. She powers through because she knows her life outside of this fucking internet bubble. She's happy, bro. She's happy with Ian. They're living their best life. They're baking. They're spending time with their dogs. They're making videos. They're organizing boxing events. But now Ethan has jumped on the hate train and he has added whatever is left of his fans, mixed them in with the Sam Hyde fans, with the Epstein fans, with the Asmongold fans, with all these shitty fucking fans, Nick Eat the Oreo fans, and to try to make iDubbbz's life even worse. And that's after seeing everything that he was going through. Ian actually tried to reach out to Ethan and like help him through that video. Even though he had some harsh words for Ethan, I think the goal was still to try to point him in the right direction.
Is cruel and pathetic on a level I didn't think he would ever be possible of doing.
Every fucking example that you tried to smear me with was me actually pointing to something else that could be affecting you. He even brought up the clip of me saying, if you get help. We all need help. Everyone on this planet needs help. I don't care how you get it. You can wander into the jungle and go on an ayahuasca trip. I don't care how you get your help or what you define as help. But if it helps you, that would be good. Because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help. The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video...
Sorry, folks. Sorry. Boom.
We all need help. Everyone on this planet needs help. I don't care how you get it. You can wander into the jungle and go on an ayahuasca trip. I don't care how you get your help or what you define as help. But if it helps you, that would be good. Because right now it doesn't seem like you're getting much help. The main criticism that I was seeing online with my video from Ethan and Hila is that I didn't mention the CPS call.
There's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective Services. Not one time.
There was not even one mention of CPS.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS came to us.
So like
without
for a lot of
without even explaining that at least that's the context, it's pretty cowardly.
I wonder why I wouldn't mention the CPS call. Could it be that the CPS call happened the same day that you were shit-talking me, and I didn't have any chance to defend myself? You just immediately, in the same podcast, right next to each other, said, CPS call was very traumatic. And then you said, fuck Ian and Anissa. And you linked those together, you kind of layered those flavors.
Good point.
And then Anissa and I got a bunch of harassment. We had nothing to do with the CPS call. What are all these fucking comments on your Reddit saying, like, it happened because of the CPS call? I don't entirely blame your audience for getting confused, because number one, it's a fucking cult. And number two, you can't even get the timeline straight. So
It is a fucking cult. At this point, the H3 fan base is a disgusting, obsessed cult. And again, the H3 subreddit is the most deranged, fucking sick subreddit page you could ever see. So anytime Ethan and Hila cry about snark pages, go fuck yourselves, because your page, your H3 page, is the biggest harassing page. Like, they harass Hassan, they harass iDubbbz, they harass me, they harass Frogan. Anyone they can get their hands on who disagrees with little Papa Ethan and Mama Hila, they fucking go at them, bro. They tried to literally stalk my places of work. They've stalked my LinkedIn to try to reach out to my employers. Not just me, my entire fucking team, bro. My entire fucking team. These people are fucking psychotic. Okay, they need help. And yeah, they're a fucking cult.
if anyone's watching your dumbass, their brain is also going to get scrambled.
Be friends as long as they're getting something out of it. So again, he's not showing the context. What was the okay, I'll play this part. Did you guys ever find the context of what I was talking about here? Because I feel like I wasn't even talking about him. I could be wrong. I just don't remember ever saying, like, if I did say that,
I thought you were talking about them, about Anissa and Ian in that clip.
That's the same clip of
it's all the
when
part of the
CPS
same
was
clip.
called.
Yeah.
Same clip.
It's part of the same conversation.
You completely wiped your brain of what happened during the CPS stream. That's not my fucking fault. That's no one else's fault but yours.
All I wanted for you to do was say the bare minimum of, like, hey, this is fucked up. This is not true about CPS, whatever. Like the bare minimum. It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that, like, started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
This is what I was talking about. You cannot have something terrible happen, be like, yes, let's make some content, and then shit talk your friends of 8 years.
I'm so fired up, I don't even know what to do with myself, which is why I'm crying. On the other hand, I don't know if that's a good state to be in life.
That's that, Elon, kind of spitting.
And a lot of the clips he uses is us fired up from the day that CPS came to us.
For anyone confused about the timeline, Ethan was talking shit about us on his Instagram before any CPS shit. He was also talking shit about us on his podcast before any CPS visit. On March 7th, CPS visits Ethan and Hila, and that same day, they decide...
I like that there's a timeline built out, folks. Just to help Ethan, but Ethan has already seen the video, and he has, like, an Instagram story that, like, this... He said that this video is even worse than the content cop, and he's going to talk about it, surprise, on Monday. He's probably going to wear a suit because it's going to get him views, because now iDubbbz is getting Ethan some views, so he's happy. He loves the drama. Don't be fooled by Ethan for 1 second, folks. He loves these videos because they are keeping his podcast alive now. And that's actually just, if I'm sad about anything, I love that iDubbbz is coming after Ethan with the gloves off. But if I'm sad about one thing, is that he's just giving Ethan more content to fucking milk now. And Ethan is going to fucking respond to this, and he's going to make like 2 podcast episodes about this, and he's just going to send more harassment towards towards Ian and Anissa. I just wish we can ignore Ethan at this point and just let him fall into obscurity. You know what I mean? I don't really want to cover him anymore, because he's frankly disgusting. He loves this, bro. He loves this. He's so happy about this. Like, anytime iDubbbz makes a video about Ethan now, it's like he's giving him a gift on a silver platter, because Ethan is going to milk it on the podcast.
Let's do our podcast, and let's have the topic be the CPS visit and how distraught we are about that. And then right next to that, right after it, you guys talk about me and Anissa. But you don't just talk about us. You shit talk us, and you imply that we're friends with people who are doing this, who are the ones who are harassing you.
Do you have evidence that H3 Snark called CPS on you?
Did I say
like
that?
Random anonymous Redditors?
Did I say that?
Wait, what's the...
I said
So
they're
who called
primary
CPS?
responsible for harassing me.
Who called CPS?
What the fuck? So, I don't know.
To be honest, I'm very proud that I didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Eli.
At this point, I kind of think it was their housekeeper that called CPS, bro. At this point, it's probably the housekeeper because everyone's telling me that you can't make an anonymous CPS call in California, that you have to give a name. So at that point, it's probably the housekeeper that sued Ethan and Ela for trying to fire her, allegedly, for wanting to get like a hernia surgery, right? So that's probably who called CPS at this point because if you can't do an anonymous call, that's what happened.
His defense, because when you look into the story, it actually looks a lot shittier for Ethan and Ela.
Literally.
And I do mean that literally.
There we
was
go.
this H3 stream where Ethan was dumping as per usual. He was talking about his own health. He was talking about his caca breath, his dog having diarrhea, his dog having giardia.
Olive has giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
His child running around putting things in their mouth.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
The whole family possibly having giardia.
Oh,
And now Ela has giardia.
Shut. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my god.
What can I...
Ethan, you fucking idiot. Who the fuck talks about this on a podcast, bro? Who talks about his little babies and toddlers having fucking giardia after you saying that your dog has it and your kids are eating dog shit? And then you're shocked when someone calls CPS, you fucking idiot. CH sends $5. شو أول أكلة رح تاكل بس توصل على لبنان وكتير اشتقنا للكرو وكس اختها الصهيونة. Look, أيوة CH حبيب قلبي. Where are you from, CH? I'm probably gonna have a shawarma sandwich. I'm not gonna lie, CH. I live next to a shawarma shop next to my house. I'm probably gonna go down and slam a couple of shawarmas. One beef shawarma, no pickles, no fat, and one chicken shawarma, no pickles, with a little bit of that extra toom, a little bit of garlic. Cannot wait, to be honest with you.
You to not get it from
Yeah,
you.
I'm trying to... Because I'm not trying to get
No, it's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Talking about the viscosity of
No
his
pickles.
child's shit.
And meanwhile, he is covered in viscous,
Lebanese Armenian, inch beses. Lebanon has a huge Armenian community. We love our Armenians, brothers and sisters. Fuck yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, no pickles. I don't fuck with pickles, folks. Judge me all you want. Fuck pickles.
viscosity, diarrhea.
He mentioned diarrhea a lot.
Crazy diarrheas like in the middle of the night. All the time he's having these crazy diarrheas. You wash your hands as best you can, but these are really nasty diarrheas. And then extremely foul smelling diarrheas.
So of course, Ethan, having made
Fuck,
so
bro.
many enemies over the years, other people react to his content. And when other people see that he's talking about his children getting giardia from dog poop.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has giardia.
People are quite reasonably concerned. And so, yes, anyone who's seeing that content might be concerned enough to call CPS, including Ethan's own chat, which, by the way, is not a measly number. It's about 26,000 at the time of this stream. So there are 26,000 people listening to Ethan go into great detail over 7 or 8 minutes about diarrhea, viscosity of diarrhea, his child having giardia, him and his whole family having giardia. They're calling it the poop house. Now what Ethan does, instead of taking any responsibility...
And Ethan has talked about how before, like once he was recording like a podcast and there was literal dog shit next to his feet because they just don't clean up the dog shit. So he's been consistent about talking about how there's a lot of dog poop in their house and they might not be the quickest people to clean that shit up. So, I mean, you know, yeah, I'm happy Ian is calling it out right now.
For sharing too much on his live stream is that he decides to attack specific creators like Denim's and say she was the source of the CPS call because her chat was reacting to Ethan and saying, wow, this is concerning.
Is on her platform right now advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective Services.
The problem with this CPS thing is that Ethan has proven to be a manipulative piece of shit. So when he calls on me to defend him, what the fuck am I meant to do? I don't trust you, and I'm glad I didn't trust you, because in your video defending yourself, you used a video that takes context from like 3 different places and combines them to make it seem like someone is coordinating an attack on you.
Love made a good point. You said, is this every comment? I believe this is a live feed of the chat. This isn't edited.
What about the top right? I thought these were
No,
selected.
it's this. I think when you full screen it. No, this is an edit. It's a cutout of the full chat. It's just enlarged.
Oh,
there,
really?
Over the screen, yeah.
They're different, I think.
Yeah,
It's not timed. It's not timed the same way.
But it sounds like based on this clip, you knew that it was bullshit and you just went with it anyway. Ethan Klein uses this very deceptively edited video that is just like doing this smooth scroll to make it seem like that's all of Denim's chat. But that's not what it is. And then when he's called out on it, he hides it. He moves his window over the real chat.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe and deadly to small children. I mean, much like many other illnesses.
Reading the chat, co-signing
it's very,
it.
very, very dangerous.
Now pay attention to her chat.
Have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now,
bro, after the debate, Ethan's voice like disturbs me. Just like, khalas, I can't stand this fucking man, bro.
the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like...
Why does it have to be anyone else's fault but your own? Take some fucking responsibility. It's just so bizarre that Ethan would expect Anise and I to make a statement when Denims herself already made a statement about it and said that she does not condone calling CPS.
So we're talking about CPS. 1, I don't condone. 2, I've never condoned it, and you will not be able to find a clip of me saying, yes, we should do this, because it doesn't exist. I've literally given Ethan Klein credit on multiple times or multiple instances, and I will do it again right now, for not showing photos of his kids.
Part of my criticisms of Ethan initially was the openness. I think it's a problem that you are that open, Ethan.
Well, you know I'm very open about everything. It's part of how I wanted to conduct myself and how I wanted to relate to the audience is to be open.
Yeah, but maybe don't incriminate yourself by saying that your kids have contracted like this rare kind of like fucking stomach virus by eating dog shit. You know what I mean? That's on you, bro. None of us needed to know that. No one needs to know that shit. You know what I mean? Not necessary. I taught my cats. I recently adopted 2 cats, and they both had Giardia. I can talk about it because I don't have kids at home that got Giardia from my cats. Then who's gonna get it? I'm not eating fucking cat shit. I clean up after their shit. They shit in a litter box. I empty it out every day. I take the poop out of the house. And as far as I know, I don't shove my hands in my mouth when I'm done doing that. But like I talked about that. But you talked about your kids getting it and your wife getting it and you potentially getting it for 8 minutes. And the only reason I even talked about Giardia was because you were talking about Giardia, and I just thought it was funny that as you were having CPS called on you, that hey, my cats also had it. But a completely different set of circumstances.
Been as possible about every fucking thing in my life.
It is not strictly a benefit to be as open as possible on your podcast.
Ethan was just sharing his thoughts, what we were thinking, we were speculating.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
We were speculating.
Oh,
and now Hila has Giardia.
Shut.
Be open as possible about...
Yeah, he did make it seem like they had it. He didn't say we think they have it. He didn't say, he's just like they have it and Hila has it. So yeah, Ethan, idiot.
Every fucking thing in my life.
Yeah. Really? How many siblings do you have?
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it.
On top of Ethan characterizing me and my wife as anti-Semitic, he also takes a dig at my tattoos.
Bro, you literally look like a fucking free tattoo pack that you get for 25 cents from a windy thing, bro. Like, literally, my kids have cooler fucking tattoos from Chuck E. Cheese.
That, to me, is the richest of all the insults because Ethan's tattoos are literally the ugliest. We've talked about this before. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. The lighting keeps on changing here, so...
Bro looks like he just went to the menu and was like, I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one.
I have quite a few options here. I can show your tattoos in all of their glory.
This is a trend. I've seen these tattoos in Lebanon. You get your kid to draw something either on your leg or like on a piece of paper, and then you ask the tattoo artist to recreate your kids' scribbles. They're cute. I've seen people like draw their parents and stuff like that. They're usually like cute little drawings. This is literal fucking scribbling. Like his kids were literally like just fucking randomly fucking, I mean, they're children. They're not supposed to be fucking artists, but like you don't get that shit tattooed on you, bro. You don't get scribbles tattooed on you. It's like you dropped paint on your leg. It's like you were painting a wall and you dropped a bunch of paint splatters on you. This is so disgusting. This is like, if anyone has like OCD to look at that shit as a tattoo, that would drive me crazy, bro. If I had that on my leg, I would fucking chop my leg off if I couldn't get it lasered off. You know what I mean? This would drive me insane to look at that. And who the fuck would get this tattooed and then have the balls to criticize someone else? But Ethan loves throwing stones from a glass house, bro, okay? He makes fun of how people look when he looks fucking weird. He likes to make fun of people's tattoos when he has weird fucking tattoos. He likes to make fun of other people's ticks when he has a whole fucking bunch of ticks. He's fucking crazy, bro.
Or I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great
Dude got this tattoo to surprise his wife. She has no idea what's coming. The quote and the font are the icing on the cake. We did a whole episode on this fucking tattoo, folks. Don't even get me started on the Ela tattoo. The fucking jump scare exorcist tattoo. Casual Sheep Gardener sends $5 and says, any advice for starting a podcast? I want to start one focused on interviews with the people who are hurt by Western powers to help Americans learn. Any advice on starting a podcast? Well, first of all, do it for fun and because you want to. Don't do it because you think it's going to be able to make you money or get you famous or anything like that. Because if that's the goal, you won't get far. Make sure it's something that's fun for you and interesting for you, or else you're going to lose interest very fast. Try to be as original as you can. Try to be as unique as you can. And don't give up. Also, when you're going to start off with low views, and that is usually the kiss of death for people. They're gonna feel like embarrassed, and they're gonna feel bad for posting more videos because there's like low views, and they're gonna give up. If you give up too soon, you're not gonna give your channel a chance to grow. So be patient. Ignore the low views at the beginning, because how are people gonna know you have a channel if you're not already like some kind of social media influencer? Take your time. People will eventually find your content, and if it doesn't, and if you're doing it for a while and people aren't interested in your content, don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to be inspired by other content creators and do what I did. I had I used H3 as an example of how I wanted to grow my podcast. I had a bunch of I used Hassan as an example. I used H3. I used the John Campea show, random movie related show that I watch every day. Make sure you have some other creators that you can model your content after. Someone with a proven formula that's worked. People that you enjoy watching, try to learn what you can from them, apply them to what you're doing, make sure you're having fun doing it, make sure you're not overextending yourself, make sure you're not frying yourself and you're too tired, and eventually success will come. Eventually the audience will find you, and hopefully you'll be able to make it.
Execution subreddit, which is not a good thing. I mean, it might be a good thing for the artists that you work with, because that means that they did a good job from a technical standpoint, but it's sort of a failure in every other aspect, particularly the decision-making aspect. If you want to go tattoo for tattoo, Ethan, we can do that. You want to keep it to other things? We can. I'll give you that option. Ethan also talks about the potential CTE that I might have after boxing.
Yeah.
Ethan, your whole system is scrambled.
No, your brain is scrambled from getting punched in the face too many times because you don't understand the situation. Some people are saying the CTE is starting to take effect, I guess. That would be comforting if there was some explanation, at least.
Any amount of CTE that I may have endured after doing 2 boxing matches, I'm going to say is preferred over having to share the load of doing 50 jumping jacks with my wife.
Yeah, what if we we'll both do 25 at once?
Do 25 each? Or
oh my goodness.
Great form by both.
Really nice. They must work out.
Also, why are you talking about CTE at all?
I gotta see that again.
Both do 25 at once.
Do 25 each? Or
oh my goodness.
Great form by both.
Really nice. They must work out.
Also, why
is he doing it in reverse? Isn't it like you spread and then like this?
My wife.
Yeah, what if we we'll both do 25 at once?
Do 25 each? Or
oh my goodness.
Great form by both.
Really nice.
Wasn't Eli in the military? Is that? You guys are horrible, bro. What the fuck? Anyways, yeah. Sorry.
They must work out.
Yeah, he's doing it in reverse, isn't he? It's tripping me up. I'm like, I can't. It looks wrong, but I can't tell what's wrong about it.
Also, why are you talking about CTE at all? Like, you've continually illustrated that you can't keep track of anything.
It came up because they were talking about it on their fucking podcast. By the way, they're the ones that like started this conversation by talking about it on the podcast. Be like, hey, I'm not getting involved.
I think that was their response after you guys initially called them out.
He can't even keep straight who attacked who first. He thinks that our podcast where we're expressing sympathy for him and Hila was the impetus for him talking shit about us. I much prefer boxing-induced CTE than harassment-induced CTE. Ethan acts like we're such great friends and that like he shared such intimate moments with me, but it's all horseshit. He's lying. Like the whole thing is a fucking lie. He's manipulating his audience. We did not have a close relationship.
You guys were buddies for a long time.
He texted me like one time, like, hey, dude, we should talk this out. And I was like, I don't feel like having this conversation right now.
Five
That's
times,
it.
huh?
So Ian kept trying to get me on the phone or text with me. And I told him, dude, honestly, I don't feel like having this conversation right now.
Okay.
Fair, right? I just didn't want to do it. Okay?
Just in that particular moment,
And then
or like at all?
Well, it turns out I didn't want to talk to him at all.
Okay.
If the relationship was that close, you would have talked to me on the phone. You wouldn't have shit-talked me. You would be curious where my brain was at and where I was coming from. There's this moment in the Content Cop where I'm trying to give an example of the cycle of harassment. Have you ever been in a comment section and found someone to argue with? It doesn't stop. It can literally go on forever if you don't want to touch grass.
I mean, yeah, this was kind of... Okay, what does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Ethan and Hila act like they have no idea what I'm talking about here. So, I mean, maybe they don't. It's a very obvious and easy to digest point. That's why I made it that way. I'm going to explain it here so everyone on the internet understands. When you have a podcast where you are constantly emotionally dumping and saying things just off the top of your head and you're attacking other people randomly, maybe from your perspective it's not attacking. Maybe you're just commenting on someone else's situation.
He's got to be one of the most visually repulsive people. FaZe Banks, like, in my opinion, he's somewhat repulsive to look at.
And be
pedophile. Pirate Software was like weird about it. It's like, look at my old voice, it's so lame. What an obnoxious loser. She goes, I can't believe these people are so obnoxious. And he looks like an idiot who's obsessed with me, dude.
But what happens when other people comment on your situation? It doesn't feel too good, does it?
But he's like, no, actually, Ethan, the fucking Jew bag. Fuck this Jew bag Zionist baby killer, guys, right?
That's what H3 does. They talk shit about someone, the person responds. H3's happy when someone responds because they can make videos about that, and then the other person responds, and then we respond. That's what we did. Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We talked about H3, then they talked about us, then I would talk, hey, Ethan called me a rat, then Ethan would react to that, then I would react to something else. Like, Ethan called me Millhouse, then I would react to that. Like, but again, my content and daddy was Ethan. I learned from H3, so I know how to do this. I can play that game with Ethan all fucking day long, Ethan. I don't give a fuck, my man, okay? This whole podcast, Do Not Worry, is mainly based on H3 podcast, bro. So I can fucking go toe to toe. I'm just fucking bored at this point, bro. And you fucking piss me the fuck off. Just seeing your face, hearing your voice. I'm fucking sick of it, bro. You know, it's been 6 months. I'm good with it. That's it.
I don't know if that's what the video is.
That is the back and forth I'm describing. You might have thought, we were just saying that Ian and Anissa are bad friends. Well, guess what? We didn't take it that way.
Our POV is like, fuck everybody, and I don't want to hear any excuses. You're not my friend, and you never were, and you never will be. You never will be.
What we took it as is Ethan and Hila are shit-talking us. They just implied that we are okay with people using CPS as harassment, and now all of their fans are brigading us. So I am going to respond in kind and make a content cop. So yes, that is what the cycle of harassment looks like.
Okay, what does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
How about you fucking Nazis? How about that?
You might think that all of the harassment you're getting has everything to do with your politics and your idea of Israel-Palestine, but a lot of my gripes were centered around you dragging me into your shit. You know, you knew that you were going through a lot, and you were saying, I'm hurting, I'm now going to make them hurt because they're not putting their head on the chopping block. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I'm sure there's anti-Semitic people that are attacking you guys, but they're not me, they're not Anissa, it's not Hassan, it's not all of these other creators that you're attacking. You're not the biggest victim on the internet, Ethan. Other people can experience a horrible fucking time. And guess what? They're not getting this other benefit, which is 26,000 viewers, you're getting a lot of money and a lot of content, a lot of things that you care about from these beefs and from the...
Exactly. Ethan lives for this shit. His podcast, it lives for this, bro. That's the only, like, he's not gonna let this go. He's going to milk this for every single penny that it's worth. And someone called me anti-Semitic for saying that on Twitter. I was like, Ethan is gonna milk this drama for everything that it's worth. And they were like, are you saying that because he's Jewish and he likes pennies? I was like, oh my fucking God, bro. You people are legitimately fucking insane. I can't even, like, you know what like, everybody loves money, bro. Like, everybody wants to make money, you know what I mean? But if I say that Ethan wants to make money, that's anti-Semitic because he's Jewish. What the fuck is happening to the world, bro? And Ethan has weaponized the term anti-Semitic now. Whatever you say, whatever accusation you lob at someone, you're a fucking anti-Semite. You can't even say fuck sabra hummus without being labeled an anti-Semite. Can you fucking believe that, folks? How fucking absurd is that? Edgeless Vermin sends $10 and says, H3 Fallen fan, new DNW fan. Well, thank you so much. I was holding out for a long time, way longer than I should have. I had hope that this man could have some introspection, but he's far too gone and his fans are psycho. Well, Edgeless Vermin, I'm glad to see that there are still people that are still leaving the H3 community, because at this point, I kind of believe that if you're still watching H3, you're kind of condoning everything that they're saying, because at this point, Ethan has said and done everything necessary, in my opinion, to drive someone that is pro-Palestine away from their fucking show. You know what I mean? So the fact that you still held on this fucking long is impressive. It's never too late to join the family. It's never too late to become a Do Not Warrior. Welcome to the family. Thank you for supporting the channel. W's in the chat for Edgeless Vermin, for seeing the light and becoming free of H3's grasp.
Harassment. There are a lot of people that you've just bullied and they have nothing to gain out of it. Frogan isn't making a bag from this. She's not getting content out of this. You're attacking her in relentless ways and endorsing so much worse harassment than what even you send her way.
The shit he's said and posted about Frogan over the past years is like insanely nasty shit.
Yeah.
Worse than anyone I've seen. If this is true, absolutely mind-blowing, insane
That's
shit.
gonna drive him crazy. I was gonna react to that clip at some point. I'm glad Ian put it in this video, that way I don't have to do it separately. He's gonna lose his shit at the proposition that Ethan is not the biggest victim online. He's going to lose his mind because, as you all know, Ethan and Israelis always have to be the #1 victim. So, Ethan, what do you think about of Love's statement right there?
Hold on, it's not worse than anything you've seen.
Oh,
how could it be worse than anything you've seen?
Literally, no. I guess
he was
not.
very nasty. Well, I'm just saying, people like fucking want to like get lay down and fucking like.
I'm talking about specifically against Frogan.
But like he called her fat, right, and ugly, which is horrifically mean. I get called a fucking baby killer.
I was talking specifically about
That's way
Frogan.
worse than being called fat and ugly.
No one's allowed to be a victim. No one is allowed to have any grievances online if they're not pro-Israel, I guess. What's the point, Ethan? Stop it with the constant victimization. And now tomorrow, iDubbbz called me out again. Ugh.
In my opinion.
Also, on top of Ethan and Neela constantly victimizing themselves, I did notice that as soon as we didn't immediately jump to Ethan and Neela's defense, Ethan took that to heart and he started to make that his employees' problems. Instead of just, sucking it up and taking it on himself, he decided to imply that Lena is going to have a problem with that.
A lot of this has ramifications for the crew. The way that they have it set up is basically, if Lena were to drop out, she would lose, she would have to pay back like $25,000 or something like insane. And besides that, which I told her I would cover if she wanted to drop out, she's been working really hard. And just because I'm having an issue with what's going on here.
You bringing up Lena dropping out of the fight was you publicly showing to your fans, I don't approve of this. You were saying this shit before the content cop even came out.
Yeah, it's to anyone who thinks that Lena dropped out of this willingly, you're crazy. There's a whole episode, there's 20 minutes where Hila and Ethan just sit there pressuring Lena to drop out, and her and AB are like, we can't drop out, it's not fair for our opponent, I've been training for a year, I got LASIK. And he was like, well, sometimes you have to stand up for what's right. You have to stand up for your boss. How could you fight? Just text him right now. Text Anissa. Grab your phone. Why don't you text Anissa? Tell her you want to leave. We will cover it. We will pay, but you cannot do this. They forced them to drop out, bro. And AB, the little coward AB, last week was like, thank you, Ethan. Thank you for helping us drop out. Thank you for covering the expenses. Just like the good little ass licker that he is. Little AB. Ethan. Little fucking bitch boy. We got a funny Rend R&D sends $2 ما كانت تعرف مين Ethan و iDubbbz عرفنا عليهم. So Rand says that she had no idea, or he had no idea, who the fuck Ethan and iDubbbz were before I talked about them. So I'm sorry I introduced you to Ethan, but you're welcome for me introducing you to iDubbbz. iDubbbz is a treasure. I'm sorry you have to learn who iDubbbz, who Ethan is. I apologize for that. Lena, get me a sody!
Which I told her I would cover if she wanted to drop out.
But now you are saying that you didn't have a problem with any of it until I made the video.
I was totally on board until the organizer put out a video calling me a psychopath for harassing his friend.
Obviously, Ethan and Neela will victimize themselves every chance they get. But when they have the chance to victimize someone else who's on their crew, they'll also do that.
You already forced Lena into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her.
Why would I do such a thing to Lena? Dude, you have as much agency as I do. You didn't have to badmouth me on your podcast. That was a choice that you made.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up.
Oh, the organizers of this event are not jumping to my defense? All right, well, maybe instead of shit-talking them, maybe I should zip it.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree. You already forced Lena into this horrible situation. And again, you forced this situation on her.
Bro, I fucking hate Ela Klein, bro. What a fucking terrible person, bro. Fucking raider of Ramallah, raids an innocent family in Ramallah and never apologizes for it and still says that she's proud of her fucking military service. I wish I could see the look on her face when Ethan said that the IDF are terrorists and what she must have told him when he got home. Oh, that must have been so fucking good. That's the only moment I wish that their life was a reality show just so I could see the fucking reaction, bro. But Ela is a terrible fucking person, bro. A terrible fucking person. Edgeless Vermin is now a Do Not Warrior. Well, welcome to the family, Edgeless Vermin. We love you. Exclusive live stream again next week for patrons and members. Next week when I'm back in Lebanon, exclusive live stream for you guys. This is almost done. I'm kind of sad.
By the way, iDubbbz, Lena's fucking having a panic attack.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
But you're just lobbing it to me and Anissa. I'm lobbing it back to you. You're the one who brought it up. If you lob it back to me and you say, well, I didn't have your back publicly. Well, fuck you. I'm going to lob it back and say, you're being irresponsible on your podcast and you're not taking any accountability for the shit you're putting out online. I think that's going to do it for this video. There's a lot more that I can share, but I'll save that for the future. And in closing, I will reiterate so that, there's no ambiguity about it. Anissa and I are no longer involved in Creator Clash. We're stepping down completely. We hope that the event is a massive success this year. We hope that all of the fighters get what they wanted out of it. I'm sorry that I'm such a fucking nasty person who just wants to roll around in the shit. I'll put the link to Creator Clash down in the description if you want to support them in their mission to get creators to fight and raise money for charity. You can do that down there. I will be doing that on my own, and I hope you guys have a good time. Also, for all the people who touch grass, I want to remind you to click the like button on this video, not so it goes in your algorithm or anything, just specifically so that we can add a counter narrative or I can get an idea of how much astroturfing is out there. Because I know that a lot of these fuckers, they love their dislike button extensions. And I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck? These are all like fabricated numbers. The like-dislike ratio was like 80-20 on my video, and then they tried to create a narrative of like, no, people actually hate this content cop, guys. It's actually so much worse. Like, bitch, like, people were more upset with, like, my wife being on OnlyFans. You're not gonna convince the internet that fucking Ethan Klein isn't being a piece of shit. Like, sorry, guys. It doesn't matter how many dislike extensions you have.
We can free Palestine without being a Nazi, okay? Yeah, fuck you guys too, okay? How about you fucking Nazis? How about that?
It's blatantly and obviously fucking disingenuous. This shit blew my fucking mind. Like, this is fucking insane. And, like, dangerous. He is going out of his way to slander you as a neo-Nazi. Like, that can get you hurt.
I love the song, but what? Who's Dan defending here? I don't understand. Isaac SN sends $5 and says AB is inundating that you are barbaric. Pissed me off so much. It takes some balls for a half Anglo-Lebanese American to call a Lebanese person that. Yeah, fuck him. I would love to react to it now, but I feel like it'll be more hard-hitting from Lebanon with more Lebanese people, with all of us expressing how ashamed we are of AB. But AB already knows that I think he's a little bitch. Hanan sends $10. Although the debate was just Ethan being a gotcha high schooler, the long exposure to his hatred caused a moral overload to those who were still charitable to his Woe Is Me podcast. I would hope so, Hanan. His dumbass audience thinks he won the debate. His fucking dumbass thinks he won the debate. His wife thinks he won the debate. So it was just kind of annoying for me to watch. But I mean, I'm just glad that he admitted that seeing him call Arabs fucking Arabs was very eye-opening. And just hearing him, knowing that now there's like some trouble in paradise between him and Ela because he called her a terrorist, that's also probably funny. $5. Ethan, cool, sends $5 and says, Ethan wants to be Howard Stern so bad. He does love Howard Stern, and he has mentioned that, Howard Stern is like a big influence on him or whatever. I've never listened to Howard Stern. Dreadful Utopia sends £1 just to be £1 to be supportive. Thank you so much, Dreadful Utopia. Member, the patron, Dreadful Utopia is fucking great. We love you. Let's continue. So he's defending Ethan, but iDubbbz is using it for his own defense. Okay, so he's defending Ethan here. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Going out of his way to slander you as a neo-Nazi. Like, that can get you hurt.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
Thank you, Ethan Klein.
Let's talk about Canada.
Genocide.
As communist.
Ooh, well, that was fun. Good job, Ian. How long have we been streaming here? It's only been an hour. I do need to pack and shit and buy some more stuff. Should we try to watch the Comrade Casey video? Do you guys want to watch the Comrade Casey video? Do we watch Comrade Casey's video about Ethan and iDubbbz? So Bad and Panada made the original. So yeah, I think so. We have Comrade Casey. 43. But if we watch the Comrade Casey video, we're going to have to watch it a little bit faster. 1.25x speed. Let's try to do that. Let's try to do that because I'm not going to have time later this week. It's going to be fucking crazy. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go, baby. North Star Radio, in the chat, folks. Go subscribe to North Star Radio, our brother-in-arms, Comrade Casey. He's also starting a book club, so look into that. Let's stream for I'm going to try to stream for 1 more hour, and then I got to finish packing, folks. I got to spend some time with my family, and then I'm going to go home. Ooh, okay, so first we're going to listen to Lizzie Rosa's song, Ammonia Lisa. Thank you, Ethan Rave. Okay, let me do that for a second. Let's do that. Let's listen to a remix version of the song, because that would be fucking hilarious. Be patient with us, folks. We are about to react to... You guys ready to party? You guys, 4 minutes. You guys ready to party?
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
The problem is that I'm crazy.
Right.
I'm crashing out. I'm losing my mind. I'm crazy. I'm schizo. I feel isolated.
It's also
Tetrafun has gifted 10 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you for the gift to Tetrafun. Thank you so much. We love you. We love all of you guys. Congratulations to all the new members. North Star Radio is featured in the song as well. That's fucking awesome. Let's go. We're gonna listen to the whole fucking thing.
Indoctrinate people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave.
different perspective.
So disillusioned.
Hassan controls the media.
Holocaust denial.
I can't do the floss. This is my millennial ass trying to do the floss.
Hassan's not been punished. Weeks down to streaming.
That's anti-Semitic, by the way. You have to ingest my poop. Crashing out. I'm crazy. She was my biggest fan. I'm crashing out. Look what happens when you want to support peace.
You're my handler. You're supposed to help me.
So I guess I should try some vibing. Let's vibe out. Lily, did you bring Adderall? My idea is that we start the episode, I'll take more and more Adderall and see where it goes. Can I get some Vyvanse going on? Or you could give me some of your prescription. Do you know how to get the heart going again? Give me some Vyvanse, bro. Let's vibe out. Oh my god, it's Sam Cedar.
Wakey, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
Ethan Klein, you are a fucking liar. Fuck you.
They don't want peace. They want the land, Ethan.
But they think the whole thing.
He's in a bad empanadas support group.
Reintroduced? What is this concept? Khalil, no, don't follow denims.
So now.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
You get mail stolen, you don't return them to the sender.
Nazi-infested audience?
Ethan Klein. Yo, Lizzie, this is fucking dope.
About Palestine.
He's targeting Hassan simply because his feelings are hurt.
You're doing nothing but creating more anti-Semitic sentiment.
I can't imagine that it's pleasant to be confronted with the idea that you might be supporting a genocide.
You are the rent payer. You are the legend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
Ethan, the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up.
You are the legend.
Wake up.
Wake up, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
The mealy-mouthed, half-ass, moderate people like think fine. Or they're no better than any fucking white person during Jim Crow.
Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
You can't address everybody except for me. I'm starting to feel like it's racist.
You are the legend.
Maybe your line of logic is faulty.
You are the legend.
Well, why don't they use a different slogan?
You are the legend.
But they said they want a ceasefire, but he's a really good guy.
You are the legend.
Weaselly little liar, dude.
Thank you, Ethan Klein.
It's fucking awesome,
You
bro.
are my best friend. You are the rent payer. You are the legend.
Thank God that's over.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Lizzie, for having me in there. I was kind of sad that I wasn't involved in the original. You know. All right. W's in the chat for Lizzie. I think I missed out on a couple of super chats right here. Let me just catch up real quick before we get into North Star Radio's video. Tetrafun gifted 110 try. Have a good night, day, y'all. I love your podcast. Much love from Turkey. Oh, that's right, you're from Turkey. I forgot, but thank you so much, Tetrafun. That's fucking awesome. Very generous of you. Thank you for gifting the memberships. Thank you for being here tonight. Zcor sends $5. Yemen just declared an air blockade on Israel. Holy shit. That's fucking awesome. They had a sea blockade before. It's gonna get fucking. This shit's gonna get crazy. But honestly, the Yemenis, bro, are so fucking brave for such a poor country. They are the bravest, and they're the bravest allies to Gaza. Yassine sends $2. It's my 21st birthday. May the 4th be with you. Holy shit. May the 4th be with you, Yassine. If you're a Star Wars fan, watch Andor. I'm on episode 4 of Andor. Loving the show so far of season 2. Best Star Wars show by far right now. Happy birthday. That's such a cool date. All right, let's get to the Comrade Casey video. Boom. Boom.
Hello?
Hello, this is Ian. I just got at your place, dude. I'm out front.
Oh, cool. What up, man? Nice. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go let you in. Coming through the garage, okay? I'll meet you there. Oh, hey, there you are. Hey, how was the drive?
That was good.
H3H3 Productions and iDubbbz are foundational in both Gen Z's online upbringing and YouTube history entirely. From Content Cop and Bad Unboxing to...
I just need to edit the title of the video, folks. Just give me a second. I need to edit the title of the video. If Nour, are you still in the chat? If you are, could you edit the title of the video for me? Or do I do it myself? I think I have to do it myself, folks. I'm just gonna add, I just need to add North Star Radio in the title. Content Deputy and North Star Radio. Save, there we go, okay. Back to the video. Sorry guys, it's important stuff. It's important stuff that we have to do here on the Do Not Worry podcast.
Hot Night videos and an unfortunately long N-word compilation. Both creators helped define YouTube's golden age of edgy comedy.
Ian, we're over here.
Okay, well, how am I gonna get up there?
I've got a fire escape ladder.
It'd be nice if you got a solid ladder that didn't swing. Maybe we film a normal video. Don't have to do any goofs or gags, but, you know, obviously, it seems like you're playing one on me.
As their careers diverged and their collaborations faded into history, their paths unexpectedly converged again in 2025. Not through partnership, but through conflict.
A few days ago, my good friend Ian, also known as iDubbbz, released a content cop about me.
I didn't plan on making a content cop on H3. It sounds very stupid even saying that. H3 content cop. If I would imagine this in 2016, I would have been like, oh yeah, if I ever do that, it's gotta be because I lose the plot. Well, it turns out it's not me losing the plot, it's Ethan.
After Child Protective Services reportedly showed up at Ethan and Neela Klein's home in the early morning hours, that day's H3 podcast episode was weirdly centered around Ian and Anissa. Not because of anything they said, but because of what they didn't.
Thanks, Anissa, for standing up for your girl. I actually stood up for you so many times.
Standing up for your girl, because if you're a woman and I'm a woman, you need to support me no matter what. Even if I raid a home in Ramallah and I raid a family, you have to support me because it is girl power. I am a girl boss. I have a company. I have Teddy Fresh. I am a girl boss. Okay? I am a boss bitch. Okay, I don't mean that as an insult, boss bitch, like when people call themselves boss bitches and girl bosses. Relax, H3 subreddit, you dumb fucks. شكلكم بأي واحد قايل بالسبreddit. خر عليكم يا حمير. Back to the video. Oh yeah, please subscribe to Ammonia Lisa, folks.
It's like, why would I not? It was crazy. Of course I was gonna stand by you. That's insane. But now you choose to hang out with people that would have a problem with you if you defended me. If you want to hang out with those people and not stand up for another girl that stood up for you, enjoy your new friends.
Let's just say the online discourse was heavily centered around Giardia, a fecally transmitted illness, according to Ethan, who casually claimed he, his kids, and even his dog all had.
Olive has Giardia. Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He has Giardia. Ela has Giardia. I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my God. If you're making an active decision that, like, you don't give a fuck about your health, your dog shitting all over the house to the point where your kids are getting Giardia, that's the image of someone who is not well.
Ian, who has largely stayed silent throughout Ethan's public unraveling, finally broke his silence, not out of malice, mostly out of concern. And he did it in the only way he knew how, by bringing Content Cop out of retirement after 7 long years to respectfully dunk on Ethan Klein. Today's broadcast is brought to you by viewers like you. Become a member today and unlock exclusive content at patreon.com/NorthstarRadio. Before the drama, before the CPS calls and Giardia discourse, Ethan and Ian were friends. Kind of. I don't really know.
Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, where we are friends with Denims, but I would say it's the same level of friendship that we had with Ethan and Ela. It's like kind of an internet friendship.
Ethan and iDubbbz were more or less in the same YouTube content niche. Edgy, uncensored, anti-woke comedy. In 2016, iDubbbz was on the H3 podcast. That same year, he made an appearance in some iconic H3 Productions videos like Vape Nation, Colorblind Glasses, and the aforementioned Hot Night video. One of his more notorious moments was his first appearance on the podcast.
Who said she's been around the block? Yeah, I love that I can just say yeah, but I feel like you're using it a little liberally. I love saying.
Throughout this time, Ian and Ethan were simultaneously working.
And it's rich for Ethan. Yesterday, he used the N-word as an example of like, well, if black people can use the N-word, then can't I draw swastikas? It's like, bro, what? What are you talking about, Ethan? How does that make any fucking sense?
on their own projects and collaborating with other creators besides just each other. Like Ian's popular series Comedians on Scooters Getting Crunchwrapped Supreme, or whatever it's called, where he had the whiz kid himself, Vsauce, as a guest.
Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Good to see you.
Thanks
for coming by.
Yeah.
You feel all right?
Yeah, I'm a little bit hungry.
I like it pretty short. Pretty short?
Yeah,
I don't
me
like
too.
that big
I like
man.
them short and thick.
Yeah.
By the way, I really want to react. Like, I'm so tempted to just watch AB's video and react right now, but I think it deserves its own conversation, its own full video, because that's why. And I've already seen it. I've already watched the video, and again, I had left him a comment that I deleted. It was a nice comment. And then I watched the debate between Ethan and Hassan, and I was like, oh, fuck that shit. I deleted the fucking comment, and I'm going to respond in a video next week. My dear Abdullah. My dear Abdullah.
Yeah.
The most popular series between the two was iDubbbz's Content Cop, a series Ethan actually made a cameo in as well. Content Cop was a show meant to call out the worst of YouTube, people using the platform to bully and harass smaller creators. However, Content Cop sort of became what it was critiquing, when iDubbbz decided to show up to a Tana Mojo meetup and add to his compilation. Ian eventually stopped making Content Cops and collaborating with Ethan entirely, and years later ended up apologizing for his behavior in the earlier years of his time on YouTube. His apology even reached Tana, and it seemed appreciated.
And I guess he posted this apology video apologizing for like a bunch of things he did in the past, one of them being the video he made with me, or like to me. And I was like, damn, I just never expected that, and I don't know how I feel about it, you know, because like I kind of think I like deserved that. I was debating having him on Canceled and kind of on my podcast. It also was just so long ago, and I feel like I've garnered such a new fan base since then that a lot of people don't even really know about it.
You don't want to rehash anything? Or?
Not even that. I just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's when something's been so long.
Everyone's asking me, did you see AB called you out? Yes, I know AB called me out. Okay, don't worry about it. AB's got no clout, guys. AB has no clout. He has no power. Nothing he can do or say can upset me. When he live streams to like 40 people or some shit. I have no concerns about AB. AB's career is in the toilet. It is tied to Ethan. Without Ethan, he is nothing and he's no one. And with Ethan, he's a little Zionist, little piece of shit. He's a little Uncle Tom. Token. Ethan loves calling people tokens. He loves calling Raf a token Jew. Well, AB and Lena are token Arabs on his podcast. Him hiring them and having them on there excuses all of his racist shit in his mind. The fact that he has these two Arabs working for him means there's no way he can be racist, because look, I have these two Arabs that are more than happy to sit there and listen to me spew Islamophobic and racist shit all fucking day. So we are going to react in kind with the whole fucking crew next week to AB and Lena, because I don't want him to just hear from one Lebanese person. I want him to hear from multiple Lebanese people who all think that he's a shameful little piece of shit.
Yeah,
what's the point?
Okay, I feel that.
He seems like he's doing great.
The only sort of connection Ethan had with Ian after their collaborations dried up was an appearance here and there on the H3 podcast to promote Creator Clash.
We're joined by my good friend, Ida.
And Nour, can you download AB's video just in case he takes it down? Just in case he takes it down. Can you please download it?
Ian, many people, his parent, his
AB, a producer of H3, participated in the last Creator Clash, and in a weird twist, his wife Lena is currently training for the next Creator Clash, unfortunately getting stuck in the middle of this whole mess.
Lena's fighting in your fight, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I actually can't believe that he did this. It's actually fucking unreal.
Pretty wild.
By the way, iDubbbz, Lena's fucking having a panic attack because why would you do this and not even tell her? Like, why would you invite someone on the show and do this? It's just fucking mean-spirited.
Alright, now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about Ethan's more recent relationship with iDubbbz. Since the start of Ethan's crash out, Ian has stayed mostly silent. Here and there, he's made a few light jabs, poking fun at Ethan's latest unhinged take, but what really pushed Ethan over the edge wasn't Ian directly. It was the Twitter activity of Froggy Tonic, a former Creator Clash editor loosely associated with Ian and Anissa.
Froggy Tonic, who is a previous editor and friend of Anissa and iDubbbz, who also, I mean, Anissa was interacting with him as far as like the same day, talking to him on Twitter. She's at least on friendly terms with them. His editor, Froggy psychopath,
yeah,
that's what it happened. Their editor was saying psycho shit about Hila and me, calling us like baby killers and shit. And I was like, damn, bro, you're not even gonna say anything? Like, what the hell?
So here's what happened. On February 18th, during a live H3 podcast episode, Ethan casually told a story about how his new dog had infected the entire family with Giardia, a fecally transmitted disease according to Ethan's own.
Dude, North Star Radio, did you? Comrade Casey is an excellent editor. Him putting, I forgot her name. What the fuck is her name? Everyone calls her Giardia. The fact that he says Giardia and then has her appear on screen is fucking hilarious, bro.
Had infected the entire family with Giardia.
Oh my... I saw what you did there. Did you guys see what he just did there? Did you see what he did there, bro? I fucking love you, Comrade Casey. I fucking love you, Comrade Casey. Fucking funniest and most subtle little edit ever, bro. I fucking loved it. Love it. Oh my god. One more time, folks. One more time.
Ethan casually told a story about how his new dog had infected the entire family with Giardia, a fecally transmitted disease according to Ethan's own words. He emphasized that Giardia is only contracted through ingesting contaminated poop, which, unintentionally or not, led viewers to one obvious conclusion. Your family was eating each other's poop. I mean, what else are we supposed to infer?
Olive has Giardia. It's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea. Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
and now Ela has Giardia.
Shut.
For those wondering, she's his Ukrainian employee who he also hired as a token. Let's be fucking honest here. He's trying to pat himself on the back. Look, I have 2 Lebanese workers, so I can say whatever the fuck I want about Arabs. And Hassan always talks shit about Ukraine, so I'm gonna hire a Ukrainian to work for me and stalk Hassan on social media. Ethan just likes hiring token employees at this point, and he also loves calling other people tokens. So there we go. Her name is Giardia, as far as we're all fucking concerned, bro.
For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my god.
What can I do to not get it from
Yeah,
you?
I'm trying to...
Because I'm not trying to get it.
Crank the AC, maybe?
It's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
What Ethan saw as a harmless anecdote was to much of his audience a moment of unnecessary oversharing, and frankly, a little alarming. The public discourse surrounding Giardia Gate was heavily focused on Ethan and Ela Klein and their abilities as parents.
Giardia lore? I already know she's disturbingly obsessed with Hassan based on what she said so far, but does anyone know how long she's been following him? I'm curious if there's old chat logs or something.
Which, I mean, is sort of in question. I think Ethan's story warrants at least some commentary.
I have to reiterate, it's unlikely that this even happened, but if it did, it was totally warranted. If you look at what he himself has said on the stream, there's no fucking way that if you showed that to someone at CPS, they would not be concerned enough for a visit.
Then, on March 3rd, things escalated. Someone close to the family, according to CPS, made a call to Child Protective Services.
In our long career of being influencers in the public sphere, we've been swatted several times. The helicopters come, fire trucks come, police come. We, after all these years, still getting new experiences. This morning we got a visit from
Isaac SN sends $2 and says, Anthony makes me wish I knew Levantine Arabic. Well, I can teach you guys every week, folks. Tune into the lives. We will learn together. Okay, what do you guys want to learn today? Shit, how do you say shit? Since we're talking about Giardia, I've taught you guys this before, but shit in Arabic is khara. Khara, shit, okay? Shitting. Shit, khara. That's the male form of khara. If you want to call a woman a piece of shit, you call her a khirye. So a man, inta khara. For the woman, you say inte khirye. Khara for a man, khirye for a woman. Let's continue.
Child Protective Services. An anonymous call saying that they were somebody that works at the house. They wanted to report us because our kids are crawling around eating dog shit and getting viruses.
Whether CPS actually showed up at their home is unclear. We only have Ethan's word, which doesn't exactly inspire confidence. But what we do know is that on the next episode of the H3 podcast, Ethan and Ela basically...
And yes, if you want to say eat shit, so like my children ate shit, so they got Giardia, you say kol khara. When you're telling someone, hey, eat shit, you say kol khara. And if you're saying it to a woman, you say kile khara. So shit in masculine is khara, and feminine is khirye. And if you're telling someone to eat shit, for a man, you tell Ethan, hey Ethan, kol khara, hey Ela, kile khara. Okay? Cool. And Ethan, inta khara, that means Ethan, your shit, and Ela, your shit, is Ela inte khirye. There we go.
At a couple's crash-out session, experimenting with their own schizophrenic tendencies, trying to piece together any and all people who could have been.
Folks, I think my sister is in the chat. My sister might be in the chat right now. I'm going to give her a little shout out. Funi32 says khara and khirye. She wrote that down. W's in the chat from my sister, Funi32, folks. I want to see W's in the chat right now. She's giving me her bedroom, folks, so I can do this live stream. So W's in the chat for Funi32, folks. Let's show my sister some love. She's teaching you how to write that shit, folks. She's teaching you how to write that shit. She's in the fucking live chat right now. Let's go, baby.
responsible for this. A couple of those scapegoats being Twitch streamer Denims and former Creator Clash video editor Froggy Tonic.
How is this allowed on Reddit?
That's crazy.
2 hours, no moderation. How is this allowed? I'm losing my fucking mind.
It's just so obvious. Like none of these people are actually worried about.
No. This is a serious fucking issue. Like this is not. This has to be dealt with. This is not normal. I had kids crawling around. Holy crap, that's dark. Poor kids deserve better. So I work in a field where I'm mandated.
Poor kids deserve
I work in a field
better.
where I'm a mandated reporter. If I heard this story in a setting related to my job, I would have to call CPS. Yeah, I'm a nurse. I had a pediatric patient come in and his wife. And this was with the story. I'm 100% reporting it. There's a lot of people that support us, but they won't say anything because they don't want to deal with the ramifications of what can only be described as like the most organized, malicious harassment campaign I've ever seen.
He had to spend long hours hunched over a laptop, ignoring his children and the poop they were eating for months to deliver the powerful content puke against the most evil man to ever live.
They've been going with that basically for a long time. Oh yeah, Ethan's kids roll around and eat dog shit in their house. And then Denim hosts this and see what she says. And then now we wonder why people are calling Child Protective Services.
Your dog shitting all over the house to the point where your kids are getting Giardia?
Yeah, I never said the dog shit in my house. I never said the kids are eating shit. I said Sonny crawls around, he's an infant, he puts everything in his mouth. And I speculated if it could be related, his diarrhea.
You didn't speculate, you said they have it, and you said your wife has it, and then you said you might have it, bro.
He's crawling around, he's putting everything in his mouth, he's at that age, he has Giardia. You have to ingest my poop.
It's really becoming hard to do this show because it's like you can't tell any random story anymore because it becomes like
I cannot tell a random story of how my kids ate shit and they have Giardia. What is the problem? Why? Ethan, what did you do? I think she's starting to sound like Count Chocula. Am I starting to sound like Count Chocula? Or does it still kind of sound like Ela? At first it was Kermit the Frog, now it's like Kermit fucked Count Chocula, and it kind of sounds something like this. I do not know anymore. I have lost the plot. Raider of Ramallah.
For this guy and a whole weapon against
I'm not going to
us.
edit myself, that's for sure, but
I know, but this is getting really difficult.
There has to be a way to hold Reddit accountable. At this point, I can't even blame the snarkers. It's just they are enabling it, they're allowing it, and as far as I can tell, they are participating. What the you guys? What do I do?
Maybe we need to make like a Instagram reel where I say what happened, post it on Instagram, post it on Twitter.
I don't think
that won't work.
There's the answer is not on social media. It's with lawyers and reporters.
My lawyer can't do fucking shit, and it's driving me crazy. You know how compromised Reddit is? I haven't said this before. It's so infuriating. We got a hold of someone at Reddit a few weeks ago after everything was like peak, like max crazy. And we told them about all the snark stuff. It was a comms person, and they got back to us and they said, well, you guys are harassing people also. You're harassing people and they're harassing people, so I don't see the difference between your community and their community.
A fucking men, bro. Again, we talked about it earlier. The H3 subreddit is a fucking cesspool of fucking toxicity and shit, and whatever accusation Ethan lobs to an H3 snark community, you can just lob it right the fuck back at his fucking subreddit. That's it. At this point, the fact that I even questioned if snark pages were wrong, I mean, I don't love snark pages in the way that they're designed. The H3 snark subreddit was, again, for the most part, very fucking like normal, bro. It was just fallen fans airing their grievances that they couldn't air on the actual H3 subreddit because it was such a toxic piece of shit that would delete your fucking comments. So, yeah, fuck the H3 subreddit. You dumbass pieces of shit. كسمكن كلكن واحد واحد يا اخوات الشرموطة.
Ethan is clearly trying to deflect here, framing the entire situation as some grand H3 snark narrative.
It turned into this whole snark narrative. The man is talking about my children. He's painting me as a terrible parent, a neglectful parent, and saying that whose claim to fame as being iDubbbz's friend and former editor, is spreading malicious, damaging rumors about me that led to the CPS being called.
But he's the one who told the internet his whole family got sick by ingesting poop. That's not a leap people are making. That's your own damn story.
It's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Also, it's hilarious how defensive they get about their house being clean, despite the fact that Ethan literally described his entire household catching Giardia. That's not something you get from a single rogue turd.
He was checking the house and like, where do the dogs go potty? Because we heard that there's poop on the floor.
The house is spotless.
Our house is so clean.
I realized that being a father is basically just living in a world of poop. The dogs poop downstairs.
Just look at this clip of Ethan stepping on a fossilized piece of poop under his desk.
It just depends on how significantly different this is than their existing content.
Dude, North Star Radio fucking sources his videos well. He fucking builds a fucking timeline. He builds a narrative. Comrade Casey, we salute you for the fantastic work. And everyone, again, if you're not subscribed to North Star Radio, hit the fucking subscribe button. Did I hit the like button down here? I did hit the like button. Hit the like button, subscribe, go watch the original video. You know, I'm not here to steal anyone's views or anything like that. Please go support the original creator for this work. Go to iDubbbz's video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. All of that shit, folks, okay? We support our own. We're a fucking family here.
And I mean, if it's like a huge jump up in production quality, then it'll make sense. What's happening?
The carpet from one of the dogs. It's like a super it's like a super, how do you call it? Fibery,
Petrified?
super fluffy with like strings, you know?
Oh, fuck, bro. It's like mushy?
Obviously, we clean our carpet, but I can't even see it with my naked eye. I was just passing my foot over it and felt a bump.
Ugh.
It's old, by the way. It's hard.
But how's it hard and fibery?
By this point, the petty finger pointing reached a new level, and I'm having trouble even understanding how we got to this point so fast.
You did go in on him a little bit. You call him spineless and said you're no friend of mine.
So what?
Well, I'm just saying, just to give the context.
He is spineless, and this just proves it. Like, what a fucking coward.
Ethan and Hila basically called Ian and Anissa spineless for not...
What is that? What is this podcast, bro? They just sit there and talk shit about other people and hate on other people. Was that what... Do Not Worry was never like that. We used to, like, poke fun at Lebanese TikTokers, but, like, it was more than that. It was rarely... It wasn't, like, this kind of, like, petty drama. It was, like, just silly shit. Just fun. Goofs and gaffs. It was the old H3. Goofs and gaffs. When did this just become just a hateful fucking... Yeah, hate 3, bro. It's just a hateful fucking show, man. Bitter people. Bitter Zionists. You call it Z3. Zio podcast. That's it, bro.
Publicly denouncing Froggy, as if Ian was responsible for a former editor tweeting mean things in response to Ethan's own disgusting story, which makes no sense. There's no actual connection, no evidence, just a bunch of paranoid theorizing because someone, somewhere, reacted exactly how you'd expect after hearing a story about a child allegedly eating poop. That is what Ethan said on his podcast.
Ian sucks for the same reason right now. He could say something
Spineless.
too. He could say something too. He has his own following.
Well, Ian knows it better than
mouth.
anything.
He's been with us. He's seen us with our kids.
Spineless,
He could say something too. If you want to hang out with those people and have no spine and not stand up for another girl that stood up for you, enjoy your...
You have to stand up for another girl. I'm a girl boss just like you. Women stand up for women. Women defend women no matter what we do. Fallon Boyle sends €5 and says, first time I'm watching live. Much love from a Turkish fallen... Another Turkish person. Holy shit. It's fucking awesome. As far as I know, at least 2 Turks watch the show. First time watching live. Much love from a Turkish fallen H3 fan. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend for leading me to DNW. Well, thank you so much. And again, folks, this is not the full show. This is not my full channel. We have a regular podcast. I have a crew. We have a different dynamic. I have a different set. I have better equipment than this. This is just a little travel setup. I've been away in the States for 19 days visiting my family. I'm going to be back home on Tuesday. So content will be back next week. Let's go. Let me click play on this video. Count Chocula, I want my cornflakes.
New friends.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know. Yeah.
Which I'll
she's
show.
friends with
Denims
Denim.
is actually participating in this whole Child Protective Service live.
Yeah.
Which I'll
and if
show
you're
you guys
friends with them, then you're seeing what they're saying, right?
Oh, well, that Child Protective Service is even the worst thing. I mean, she said worse things about you and me.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how you can be my friend and also be friends with someone like that.
Well, you can't. So I already forgot about you.
After Ethan escalated things with his former friend, Ian finally felt compelled to respond, dusting off the recession indicator itself, content.
SL is asking, what are your fans' names, Anthony? The Do Not Worry... well, not Do Not Warriors. I call them Warriors. So, like, Do Not Warriors. It sounds like worry, but I think it's a pretty clever name. The Do Not Warriors. Anderson, we're an army, but you don't fuck with the Do Not Warriors. We'll fuck you up, yo. We will fuck you up. The fucking foot soldiers ain't got nothing on the Do Not Warriors. It's like 300. Every one of ours is worth like fucking 10 of theirs, though. Okay, every one of our Do Not Warriors is worth 50 fucking foot soldiers. So it doesn't matter if we're outnumbered. It's about quality, not quantity. And I have the best fucking quality audience out there, bro. Fucking hands the fuck down, bro. Love you guys so much.
Top in the year 2025.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up.
Wakey, wakey, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Time to be awake, Ethan.
Wake up, Ethan.
This is no longer a dream. This is a nightmare. Wake up.
Ethan, the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up.
Why did you remove the music? I love the music. Is it copyrighted?
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up. Wake up. Serves anyone? Just wake up.
Wake up.
I think so. I think YouTube tried to fuck. With Comrade Casey, and they either made him remove the song or he removed it out of an abundance of caution. Jess sends a $2 super sticker. Jess, thank you so much for supporting. We love you. Much appreciated. Someone please draw Hila as Kermit and make it an emote. Oh my god, that would be fucking amazing. If someone can do that, and send it to Nour, send it on the Discord. I mean, I'm not, no pressure.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up, Ethan.
I'm not gonna do a react content yet, chat.
I'm just saying nobody's talking about yummy, I love Sabra hummus.
Wake up. Ethan. Wake up.
This wasn't just a nostalgic throwback. Ian's content cop on Ethan Klein delivers a sharp but strangely compassionate critique, centered on a few key points. Ethan engages in performative behavior and avoids accountability.
By the sounds of it, it seems like YouTube copyrighted the music for some reason, and Comrade Casey had to remove it. That's sad. Fuck. I hate it when YouTube does that, bro. This is fair use, yo.
Uses his Jewish identity as a shield when it's convenient, disregarding criticism as anti-Semitism. Ethan is rude to his employees. Ethan manipulates his audience to pity him. Ethan uses the button to avoid accountability and growth. But at its core, Ian's video isn't a takedown. It's a wake-up call, a slap in the face of a former friend who's clearly spiraling.
Sorry for pausing. Tetrafun, another Turkish viewer, gifted another 20 Do Not Worry memberships. W's in the chat for Tetrafun. W's in the chat. Thank you for the gifted. Next week, folks, we're going to have the most fucking epic exclusive live stream for you guys. So thank you so much, Tetrafun. Thank you to all of you. We love you.
He even ends the video not with rage, but with a sincere plea for Ethan to change.
I think something that's very important to me in bringing back Content Cop is to be fair. I think that was something that was not illustrated in previous Content Cops that I think should have been, and probably wouldn't have left me with so much regret. Ethan deserves all of the criticism that he's getting. I think it's very valid. But I also think, at the end of the day, we should acknowledge that he's human, because he is human. And he is in a situation that's making him extremely scared, paranoid, defensive, sensitive, and I'm sure other features and feelings. In the spirit of Kirk saying that it looks like Ethan could just use a hug, I have challenged some of his most powerful haters to put down the haterade and just say something nice and charitable about him, because I think he deserves it.
I just wanted to say that I respect that you are genuinely yourself on the internet. I think a lot of other people respect you for it as well. I think that's a big reason why people were drawn to your content in the first place. I think that's a lot of the reason why your employees chose to work with you over anyone else.
Ethan, I think it's respectable that you even began this journey to leave behind the anti-SJW crowd and step into a more empathetic worldview. I know it's not easy.
Ethan Klein, I think that when you are being goofy, when you're being silly, when you are being lighthearted, and just having fun with your friends, I think that is when you're at your best. So I'd love to see more of that. That'd be sick.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports figure that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
I think Ethan Klein rocks a buzz cut pretty good, and I think he's got a good choice of facial hair. I think it's really cool what he did 8 years ago, fighting that frivolous lawsuit. That was pretty fucked up, and fighting it, he changed YouTube for the better. And I thought that was cool because I thought it was like,
yeah, when I first saw this, I thought it was very heartwarming and very nice, but then seeing Ethan's reaction to this just made me go like, I wish you guys never recorded this. I wish you guys never said anything good about the guy, because he doesn't fucking deserve it, and he just shat all over it. But I mean, it's still good that it's out there, because, yeah, someone said they win basically by doing that. Who said that right here? Sorry, trying to find the comment. Well, basically someone said they shouldn't have done this, but yeah, so Uppity Queen said he didn't deserve this. They tried though, so they win. And exactly. At the end of the day, just you win by trying and by being nice.
Fighting for free speech.
And in a stroke of brilliance, Ian dropped the video at the exact moment Ethan went live on the H3 podcast, ensuring the reaction would be captured in real time.
What happened? There's more bad news?
I do have some more bad news for you. Some breaking news. Your old friend iDubbbz just released a video.
Yeah.
It's about you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. That is no, it can't be.
Well.
It actually can't be.
How does the crew feel, bro? Dude. How does the crew feel seeing all of Ethan's former allies turn on him and Ethan's former enemies becoming his allies? Isn't it clicking somewhere in their head like maybe we're on the wrong side of history? Maybe the fact that Keemstar is defending us, that XQC is defending us, that Asmongold is defending us, that Destiny is defending us, that Dan Saltman is defending us, that Nick Eat the Oreo is defending us. Isn't that wrong? Isn't that bad? Why is this happening? Why is Batman's Rogues Gallery defending us and our previous allies are turning against us? and they're fucking still there, bro. Like, no one could. And I think Dan, honestly, just like Hassan said, like, Dan stopped babying him. I think Dan has the most say, because Dan is the most senior out of all of them. He's been their producer for like fucking 7-8 fucking years at this point or whatever. Ethan would listen to Dan, and for Dan to sit there quietly, I just question what is going through Dan's head right now. Is he just like, I'm just gonna keep my head down, I just want to keep earning my paycheck and just fucking, I'm married now, I have a wife, I have responsibilities. What is he thinking? How are they rationalizing this in their heads? Like, I get they can overlook the Zionist stuff, but how can they overlook being defended by Asmongold and Destiny and Dan Saltman and XQC and all these pieces of shit? It's just insane, bro. It's just insane. How are they okay with this, bro? And Dan is, Uppity Queen says he's the most intelligent. Dan is very fucking smart, and he used to be a fucking leftist, and he used to agree with Hassan so much, and he's a huge fan of the Majority Report and of Sam Cedar. Like, I used to fucking love Dan, bro. Dan was easily my favorite. And while I'm disappointed in AB and Lena because they're Lebanese, they've always been kind of like, they're idiots. But Dan was actually fucking smart. And part of me also looked up to Dan. You know, and I always thought Dan would be a great podcast host on his own. Dan could have easily hosted a show on his own, given his own political takes, because I think he had the stuff, bro. And he's charismatic, and he's nice, he's funny, he's cool. Like, I fucking used to love Dan, bro. And Dan really makes me sad. He made me the saddest out of all of them, probably.
It sure is.
Oh my God. Holy.
And from a quick scrub through, I think, well, it's gonna be a little spicy.
Check the description.
Oh my God! Like what? Why? What did I do to like fucking like what kind of fucking like bro? What kind of cowardly bullshit is this? Like we have one disagreement where I get upset because you guys aren't defending me publicly after everything I've done to support you guys. And
I recently found out that Dan is he has a family of settlers and stuff. I was not aware of any of that like before. I didn't know any of his ties to settlers and stuff. So again, fuck any settler. You know, no sympathy to settlers. The members go up, sends 10 euros and says, I hope for the crew's sake they treat Ethan like he's in the Truman Show, else it's unexplainable. Members go up, I wish they could hear you, man. I hope they could hear you, and I think Dan needs to have a talk with him, man. I'm still going to have a little bit of faith. I think Dan's a piece of shit at this point, but like, are they not embarrassed? Are they not embarrassed at who is welcoming them? At who's on their side? That's what's crazy to me.
You bring on people who are fucking denims and Frogan, who did a fucking anti-Semitic tier list, and you're platforming them? I am genuinely in disbelief. And by the way, I know all the criticism that all these people level against me, and there's no shot that this video holds any fucking water. I'll watch the whole thing. I don't give a fuck.
Ethan, of course, has been gloating about the fact that he reacted to it instantly.
I hope people let him know how it's done. When Ian dropped the video about me, I opened it, live streamed it immediately. That's what's called accountability, and that's what's called believing in yourself.
But before hitting play, he spent a good while ruminating on the idea, even calling Hila and having her come over as soon as possible, while his employees frantically scrub the video to find parts they should avoid.
I can't believe how fucking insane this is. I'm gonna watch it live.
Should you? I feel like you're gonna get really emotional and say something you regret.
Well, I got the button. I don't need to fucking pre-watch this. I don't need someone else to hold my hand through it. Like, I'm ready to take on anything that these people have to say about me. She's on the way?
Oh yeah, she said she's coming to the office. She's leaving the house now, she said.
Oh, about this?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna be pissed, bro.
Should we wait to talk about it, or you want to talk about it now?
I suggested that.
I think we should.
Go ahead, you can suggest. I'm open to suggestions.
Just in terms of like it being in the moment, maybe do we want to watch it off and then?
And now he's forcing this.
Yeah, Bad Empanada dropped a video about AB. I'd love to react. I don't have time to react to that now, but I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch AB's video again next week, folks, on stream. He talked about me, so I can take my time with it, and I want Nour to think about her response to AB. I want Karine to think about her response to AB. Whoever wants to respond to AB, I want you guys to take your time and think about it, because we're gonna respond in kind. Abdullah.
Conversation to continue and platforming this group of fucking psychopaths, minus Kirk, legend. Let's do a poll. I see people are. I can do it now.
They're gonna say watch.
We got one more Turkish viewer, folks. Ago Thera sends 110 Turkish whatever that is, 110 Turkish, let's call them shekels. Make that Turkish viewers 3. Watched H3 almost since its inception. Can't even stand the sound of them anymore. Now having fun with your and other content creators. Sending much love. Well, we fucking love you, Agothera. Welcome. You're always welcome to the Do Not Worry podcast. You're welcome to the stream. We love you. And yes, Nour is going to be there. So Nour is going to get your thoughts ready, Nour, for Abdullah and Lina. You know what I mean? They literally sat there while Ethan called us fucking Arabs, bro. So I want to respond from Lebanon, maybe with a shawarma in hand. You know what I mean? Make it extra Lebanese for him. Maybe some ara.
Tell you to watch it, obviously.
Well, let's see. I'm curious. They could say watch.
I just think, you know...
well, if Hila's coming...
You should do it off stream. Because I feel like, I don't know, this escalated initially because we were live and you guys were heated about, I forget what it was, but...
Bro, I know some secrets about that content cop at this point. Like, I know some shit that I don't think I have the right to reveal, but I wish I could fucking reveal them. I wish, but I have some insider information, baby.
You're coming here because of this content cop? Okay.
I told you.
Your thoughts on this so far? I mean, we're debating if we should watch it or not. Let's do the poll. Let's see like how much percent yes it is.
Should Ethan watch the IDub videos, just yes or no?
I can't believe I'm on the phone with a Zionist baby killer, Elon.
Yeah, I know.
Let's burn them. I want to burn them. Fuck them. Fuck Anissa and fuck Ian. How could they do this to us? I'm a girl. She's a girl.
On YouTube, of his fan channels re-uploading, like every time he's talked about us, 41 videos. 41 videos about me in the past 30 days. 41.
That's a substantial amount. A lot of those are just like re-uploads of the same clips, right?
All right, let me just get to that part at least. The fact that you want to associate with these people openly is so fucking sick. Holy shit, dude.
The world has changed, Ethan. Being associated with you is toxic now. Being associated with you is being associated with a fucking Zionist who's married to an ex-IDF soldier who does not recognize that her actions in the IDF were terrible or wrong. She's still proud of her service. She's proud of raiding that home in Ramallah. And even in the debate with Hassan, you're like, well, maybe it was a terrorist. Maybe he stabbed some people. Oh, really, Ethan? Really, Ethan? Fucking dumbass.
When Ian dropped a video about me, I opened it, live streamed it immediately.
Eventually, he started watching, cautiously, painfully cautiously, pausing every few seconds, often unable to muster a coherent response.
He's so zany, you guys. Remember how zany and cool iDubbbz is? He's doing karate and cool. He's being silly in a fucking cabin. Look at him go. Yeah.
Such a good fucking intro. Such a good nostalgic intro, bro.
Bro, just to give you an idea, he puts this here. This is like a extremely rare dunny that we gave them. This is like ancient lore stuff, but like we made a special one just for them. Like actual friendship stuff. Pretty nuts. Is this funny?
It's kind of making me want to smoke a cigarette. Not gonna lie to you guys, haven't smoked a cigarette since I was smoking with Rafi in California. Rafi, we miss you.
Is that funny?
Out of a 3-hour podcast, he made it only 17 minutes into the video. The only thing Ethan really threw at Ian was a mix of name-calling and petty mockery. He was so stunned by the whole situation, he couldn't even form a coherent defense, just flailed around, clearly thrown off and grasping for anything that might stick.
Bro, you literally look like a fucking free tattoo pack that you get for 25 cents from a windy thing, bro. Like literally my kids have cooler fucking tattoos from Chuck E. Cheese. And people go, oh, Mr. No, listen, that's right. I'm going after his tattoos. Bro looks like he just went to the menu and was like, I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Cringe, bro. I'm kidding, by the way. People are gonna be like, this is all he had to say? I don't think this is gonna be hard to react to at all. I mean, so far, this is just pathetic.
H3 content.
But the Ethan Klein crash out industrial complex, like how many videos have we gotten this week? Sam Cedar versus Ethan. Hassan versus Ethan. iDubbbz does another video about Ethan. Comrade Casey drops another video about Ethan. Like 4 major fucking videos in like 5 or 6 days, bro. It is impossible to keep up. It's been fucking crazy, bro. I'm taking 2 days off. Monday, Tuesday, no videos, folks. It doesn't matter who anyone drops. There's going to be an H3 episode on Monday. I can't watch that shit, okay? Maybe I'll watch it on the plane or something if I can. Just to see if who they mention. But insane shit. But next week, our first video will be a response to AB.
iDubbbz. Ethan Klein's out of control. And then you should do a content cop on Hassan Piker, content cop on Sargon of Akkad. If I would imagine this...
He did a silly accent.
I mean, that is exactly right, though.
The moment I saw this man in a mullet covered in fucking Chuck E. Cheese 25-cent tattoos, I got concerned for him.
In the following episode, Ethan reacted to the full thing, donning a suit in remembrance of his former friend.
Today, we approach this episode somberly. I've dressed up as I'm, unfortunately, will be attending a funeral for a friend today.
But what was meant to be a big dick move on the part of Ethan, watching the content cop on stream after its release, he goes on to admit to pre-watching the entire video the night before.
Can we now say, because last night we did make sure we finished the video and watched everything, there was not even one mention of CPS.
And although he now proudly claims to have watched every pixel,
I immediately went and watched it live. Because I want people to know just how unafraid I am of this video.
He conveniently skipped over the section about being a terrible boss.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the crew. I think the crew
Let's not talk about the crew. So I vowed that I'm not even going to comment on the crew part. Obviously, if anybody wants to, they're welcome to, but I just want to keep the crew out of it, actually.
We're going to skip forward to like...
Oh,
there you go.
Ethan wants to keep the crew out of it. Well, great job, Ethan, because you have involved your crew in every single step of the way, and you don't even think that, like, things that you say on the show reflect on the crew, and I even take that responsibility. Sometimes I'll say things on my show that maybe I shouldn't have said or something, and the first thing I think about is how is that going to reflect on the crew? Is that going to affect any of them negatively? Are they going to be able to get visas to come to the States because of some of the shit that I've said? You know what I mean? You can't separate yourself from your crew. I try my best to. The things that I say represent me, but like you're literally like you're putting a wedge between your crew members and their friends, bro. I've never done that. Like Nadim, Nour, have I ever ruined your friendships with someone because I wanted to attack someone on the show that you guys were friends with? There was one case where Nadim was kind of friendly with this guy called Jad Ardakani. You guys watching have no idea who the fuck that guy is. He was like a kind of a cringy content creator, made like a shitty ass podcast. I had like a light beef with him because he was kind of stupid. And I know that Nadim was like an acquaintance of his. They weren't friends, they were acquaintances. And I definitely made that way more fucking awkward between the two. I don't apologize because I don't think Nadim not being friends with Jad Ardakani is a huge loss for anyone. But other than that, I've never done it. You know what I mean? Just for Jad Ardakani. Just poor Jad. Poor little Jad.
Where does it? Let me see. So just to say that, so they can't say I'm avoiding criticism. The most biting thing in there is the button where the button didn't work, and I'm speaking harshly to AB. So like that was one instance where I was speaking harshly to AB, and we were having a real world workplace experience. I don't even think it's really that big of a deal.
His response, if you can even call it that, was light on substance. Mostly whining, deflection, and one especially telling moment where the context of a clip was clear as day, and Ethan and Hila still pretended they didn't understand it.
They claim that Hila, if you read online about her, the claim is that Hila said,
Haley D, you enjoy that, Haley. You enjoy the shit out of that.
Children are trained to hate Jews from birth. What is their evidence?
Rudy was saying that Palestinians are taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
Do we have that one?
Their evidence is Hila doing I mean.
I mean.
And I don't even remember what, like, sometimes there's multiple conversations happening at once here.
There's multiple genocidal racist things going on in my head at the same time. I was saying I mean because they teach them to kill at 2 years old, or was I thinking about Yoav Galan being a really good guy? I'm like, I mean, he's not that bad. He does want to end the war. You know what I mean? He wants to start the war with Lebanon, but you know what I mean?
I don't even remember where this was going. Like, this was our post-election stream, right? Where we were all...
Yeah. There was lots of chatter.
I was in a haze. When my mind is in a haze, when Trump won the election, I start thinking racist things. Like, I mean, could it be so wrong that they teach these Palestinian kids to kill some Israelis? I don't know.
This was a nightmare of a stream when we were like, okay, Trump won.
So at any rate...
I don't even remember what, like...
So once again, world building on this.
Yeah.
This is their fucking evidence for this insane claim, by the way, this extraordinary claim that Hila thinks kids are trained to hate Americans.
Yeah, I think one of the only ways to really enjoy this stream and this podcast is to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's recommended. You want to make this more fun, more engaging, you know, more immersive, do what Haley's doing.
Age of 2. Pretty extreme claim. The evidence should be pretty extreme.
We're taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
Do we have
I
that?
mean,
Checkmate.
Yeah. Where does it go from there? Like, I don't say anything. I don't know what.
Let's watch it
The
unfiltered.
movement of not voting is so funny to me. Especially by people pro-Palestine, because if Trump gets elected,
he's the most pro-Israel president of all time.
It's not good.
The cunt.
He's not like Joe Biden. Joe Biden made sure to you know, he tried to stop the genocide. You know what I mean? Joe Biden. No.
This Hila's fucking defending Gaza because people like Hassan pathetically voted for Jill Stein instead of Kamala Harris and say things as dumb as this.
Hypothetical reality where
He didn't vote for Jill Stein. He voted for Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris would not be as bad as Donald Trump, which we have no proof for.
Rana, hi Anthony, love you from Iraq. We love Iraq. Rana, we love you. اخوتنا بالعراق. يعطيكم العافية. الله يكون معكم.
It's insane.
There's really nothing of substance in this episode, even though they had all day before to write up a substantial response. It's mostly just Ethan whining for hours, circling the same tired points without offering anything meaningful or new. But the 2 React episodes got a combined 3 million views, so I'm sure Ethan was happy to live his former glory. Ethan's biggest rebuttal, if you can even call it that, was that Ian left out several things from his video.
Now I have here a list of things that iDubbbz left out of the video that I think are important.
So, a few days later, still spiraling, Ethan tried to recapture the magic of his old H3 Productions days and released a response video on the main channel. A video that absolutely did not need to be made given how lost for words Ethan was on both H3 podcast episodes. But hey, it got over 1 million views, and that's all that matters to Ethan.
A few days ago, my good friend Ian, also known as...
It's all about milking that drama for every last penny, which is anti-Semitic, if I say, because I guess he's Jewish, and whoa, you can't say that. The fuck, bro? The fucking people on Twitter are fucking crazy, bro. Literally, the way Ethan has weaponized the word anti-Semitism, bro, is crazy.
iDubbbz released a content cop about me. His video is over an hour long and it's full of a lot of accusations. We watched the entire video, every frame of it, responded to every accusation on the podcast in a really long episode. We watched the whole thing, so if you're interested in a more thorough response to everything, I would recommend watching this episode.
Ethan's entire reason for making this video hinges on the fact that Ian didn't mention the alleged CPS call anywhere in his hour-long takedown of Ethan Klein, which isn't exactly shocking considering the supposed CPS call is completely irrelevant. Let's not forget, we don't even know if a call to CPS was ever made, yet Ethan...
Yeah, this is like the perfect companion piece to iDubbbz's video though. Like, they're both talking about the same thing. This is just giving some more context for what iDubbbz was talking about. iDubbbz's video gives more context for what Comrade Casey's talking about. I think you should watch both of these videos together. I'm glad we're watching both of them now because they go hand in hand, honestly. They fill out, they complete each other in a very nice way.
Is outraged simply because Ian very loosely associates with people like Denims and Froggy Tonic, who Ethan believes encouraged the call.
The video that I'm making today, however, I don't need an hour for because there's really just one central point that I want to make here. My good friend Ian, in his hour-long takedown, did not mention one time Child Protective
Love
Services.
you too, Slizzard.
Not one time.
Mo,
In
we
the
love
entire
you too
video,
from
he
Iraq.
never says CPS. No mention, no explanation, no overview, nothing. 0 mentions of CPS. He doesn't explain why I'm upset, who I'm mad at, why I'm mad at them. 0 context. I am just an anonymous, screaming lunatic. I was particularly angry during this episode entitled Snark Called CPS on Us because I hold Denims to be one of the primary reasons, in my opinion, why CPS was called. Another...
What Ela video? Did Ela Klein release a video? Is there like an Ela video?
One of their friends, Froggy Tonic, had been spreading the same malicious rumor about me on Twitter for days before CPS was called as well.
Not only is there 0 evidence these people incited anyone to call CPS, but Ian's not responsible for the actions or beliefs of internet acquaintances. They're mutuals, nothing more. This whole video is hilarious because it brings nothing new to the table. It barely addresses Ian at all. It's basically a recycled version of the same rant about Denims that he already posted to the Ethan Klein channel weeks ago. Ethan basically tries to claim
the soft take posted something on YouTube that covers this. Ela. Oh, okay. The soft take. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Let me check it out on my phone. while we play this.
That the entire basis of GiardiaGate was fabricated by fanatic H3 snark lunatics, leading to CPS showing up at his door.
Me, when my 3 kids ask me why they haven't seen me in the past 4 months, I was in my basement. How can you shun a fallen fan when they worry about their 3 kids when they can't be bothered to protect their dogs? Ethan was neglectful with his dogs. He's already been neglectful with his kids, and he will continue to be.
That looks interesting. It's got 44,000 views. It was out 11 hours ago. I don't have time to watch that today. I'll be honest with you guys. It's an hour long. We'll try to react to it maybe next week when I'm back in Lebanon. I'll add that to the list. Here, let's keep playing this.
As a child of a neglectful, bipolar, narcissistic dad, that's precisely why I worry about Ethan's kids. I explained it on the podcast, but the truth of the matter is, it's all a lie. It's all wrong. The man is talking about my children. He's painting me as a terrible parent, a neglectful parent, and saying that who's claimed to fame as being iDubbbz's friend and former editor, is spreading malicious, damaging rumors about me that led to the CPS being called. Which, by the way, Ian does not explain one time.
But let's be real. If anyone's responsible for drawing the attention of CPS...
Artful Decadence, good night. I'm going to try to watch that Ela video next week. Someone asked me about the Settlers earlier, if I want to watch the Settlers. I heard that a couple of people that reacted to it on YouTube, their videos got taken down, so they're doing copyright takedowns of the Settlers. So I'm not sure if I can react to it. I do want to watch it. I was planning on watching it for the first time live on stream with you guys. But the fact that they're taking them down, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that live on stream. But I will try to watch that video, the soft take, but it's going to have to be next week. The first episode back from Lebanon is going to be a full episode of Do Not Worry with the crew. And then I'm going to do some live streams after that. Some solo live streams or maybe live streams with someone else. We'll see. But I can't watch this until I'm back in Lebanon. These are the last 20 minutes of this live stream, folks. We're ending it now, and then I'm going back to Lebanon.
It's probably Ethan Klein himself. He spent countless hours on stream openly discussing his children's health, even speculating on what disease they have and how they got sick in front of tens of thousands of live viewers.
Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia. Sonny went to the doctor today to get a poop evaluation, but I'm pretty sure he has it because the symptoms is like frequent and then extremely foul-smelling diarrhea. It happened last night in the middle of the night. I walked into his room, he was crying, and I was immediately struck by the foulest his whole room was just wafting and the foulest diarrhea smell.
Some interesting notes from this video. Ethan once again focuses on Bad Empanada, who played a video game where you play as Hamas. Bad Empanada is clearly just demonstrating the hypocrisy when nearly every video game is from the perspective of American soldiers killing Arab people in the Middle East.
If you're wondering who the guy is she's watching, his name is Bad Empanada. And as
friend of the show, good empanada, based empanada, the best empanada. Dreadful Utopia sends £2 and says, have a good flight. Drop by the Discord sometime. I should drop by the Discord. I'm not very active on Discord, guys. I don't have a lot of time. Time is so precious, and I'm running out of it, folks.
As far as harassment campaigns go, you'd think that Ian, as someone who cares so deeply about it, would be talking about him and not me. Here's a small taste.
I'd like to pay tribute to Ethan Klein and the new Twitch TOS that declares Zionism. Zionist is a slur. I'd like to pay tribute to him by playing the first in Al-Aqsa video game where you kill Zionist soldiers as a Palestinian resistance fighter.
Ethan goes on to get baited by a hilarious Bad Empanada video, which Ethan only made funnier in the edit.
Members go up, coming in with a 20 gifted Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you for the gifted members go up. That's fucking awesome. Do you think I could react to the Settlers for members? But I think it would still get a copyright takedown. But maybe after the live has actually happened, maybe we could watch that together as a members thing. Let me look into that. Maybe we can do that for members. That'll be pretty fucking crazy. Members, W's in the chat for members go up. Members go up. We are honored to have you here. I cannot believe you left H3 and came over here, man. Thank you so fucking much. I'm honored. I do not know what the fuck to say, man.
Today was pretty bad, wasn't it? Really sucked for you. You were so disappointed. The betrayal of one of your closest long-term friends, huh? Just talk though, Ethan.
He's so good. This is so good.
This was just a small part of what we have organized for you. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse, Mr. Klein. Every day, sit there just waiting in misery, in fear of what we have in store for you. Tick-tock goes the clock.
This entire video reads like it was edited by an H3 hater, not by Ethan Klein himself. The whole thing is just really sad, I'm gonna be quite honest. Surprisingly, as I'm writing this script, Ethan has followed up his first response video with yet another response video, not on the H3H3 Productions channel, but the infamous Ethan Klein channel. This time, promoted with a stern, fact-adjacent headline, they used a swastika on purpose. This video is unintentionally perfect, because it flawlessly proves Ian's point. Every behavior Ian called out in the content cop, Ethan hits them all on cue, using his identity as a shield, launching unhinged schizophrenic harassment campaigns, and playing the eternal victim of anti-Semitism. During Ethan's reaction to the content cop, he noticed something about the sword Ian was holding in several photos.
They had a sword that looked like a swastika in the video. I know it was an anime thing, but maybe we'll be a little more careful.
I said that this morning too.
Let me pull that up. I know that the chances that they did on purpose is close to 0, right? So I'm not accusing them.
So I guess he felt the need to make a video out of it, because trust me, this shit is gonna get played out for months.
Hey guys, Ethan here. I never thought in a million years that these people, as much as I dislike them, would intentionally include a swastika in a call out. I really wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you watch this entire video...
No info. I wish I could join, but I don't have the money right now. Don't worry about joining. I think the person that I saw post that they got copyrighted, I think that like their channel got like a strike. So I don't think I'm going to risk streaming that, to be honest with you. I don't want anything to happen to my channel. So we might not watch that documentary. Don't worry. You're not missing out on anything. Don't worry.
Will come to the same conclusion.
You are going to miss out on a great members live stream. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't think we're going to watch Settlers, because I still think, even if it's private or just for members, I still think my YouTube channel can get in trouble for that if they are doing like strikes and shit. So I don't want that to happen.
I did, which is that this is almost certainly an intentional dog whistle. These guys knew exactly what they're doing.
This whole video is so pointless and easily explainable if you're not disintegrating from the inside from a bad case of Giardia. And no, it's not a Nazi sword. It's from an anime. Swastikas were around long before the Nazis. They're not the same symbol, and Ethan knows that. Hassan definitely knows that, considering how often he gets falsely accused of anti-Semitism. When you have no actual defense, you reach for the only weapon left, crying anti-Semitism over and over until your audience is too tired to fact-check you, which is exactly what Ian criticized him for, and somehow Ethan thinks doing it again is a valid rebuttal. At its core, after making several videos on the topic, Ethan never made a response video. It was a tantrum. Ethan's reaction to Ian's content cop is less about correcting misinformation and more about deflecting, projecting, and spiraling in real time. Ian called out Ethan for using his identity as a shield, for ducking accountability, and for launching obsessive harassment campaigns against people he disagrees with. And instead of proving any of that wrong, Ethan spent hours across multiple videos doing exactly what Ian described. He cries anti-Semitism at every turn, fixates on people Ian barely knows, and paints himself as the victim of a grand conspiracy, because actually addressing the criticism...
maybe on Discord. Yeah, I'll try to look into that for Discord.
Would require some self-awareness. The majority of Ethan's response isn't even about the actual content of Ian's video. It's about the fact that Ian made one at all. He can't believe someone he once considered a friend would dare criticize him, so he turns that betrayal into content, because that's what Ethan does now. Repackage personal grievances as righteous outrage, and hope the audience doesn't notice the cracks forming beneath him. Ian's content cop didn't cancel Ethan. It didn't ruin his reputation. It held up a mirror.
I love that point. He repackages personal drama as content.
Considered a friend would dare criticize him, so he turns that betrayal into content, because that's what Ethan does now.
He turns that betrayal into content. Yes.
Package personal grievances as righteous outrage, and hope the audience doesn't notice the cracks forming beneath him. Ian's content cop didn't cancel Ethan. It didn't ruin his reputation. It held up a mirror, and Ethan, true to form, punched it. So now we're left watching the fallout. A man once known for his self-awareness, now stuck in a feedback loop of denial, calling everything anti-Semitic and doing exactly what he was criticized for, but louder. Thank you for watching North Star Radio. Peace and love. Free Palestine.
Hell yeah. Comrade Casey, we salute you. Make sure to go to the channel, folks. Like the video, support Comrade Casey. Make sure you're subscribed. Folks, I can't stay too long, as you guys know. I'm leaving. My flight is early tomorrow, so I got to finish packing. I got to spend some time with the family. I got to eat. Got to have some dessert. Got to have a second dinner. And I will see you guys. I'm back in Lebanon on Tuesday. We'll either be back with an episode of Do Not Worry on Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, and then after that, I'll do some live streams to catch up on the stuff that we need to watch. I want to watch that Anna Kasparian The View show, her take. I want to cringe on that a little bit. There's a lot that I want to see. So just give me a couple days, okay? We've done non-stop live streams since I've been here. I noticed I put out like 20 hours worth of fucking content while I was here. Members go up right before I leave, smacks me in the face with another 20 gifted Do Not Worry memberships. Members go up. You're fucking insane. You're insane. We love you so much. W's in the chat for members go up. I hope all of you guys are still members by the time I do an exclusive live stream next week. We love you guys so much. Thank you to our patrons. Our patrons are also fucking essential. We could not do that without our. We could not do anything without our patrons. Let me get some names and thank some of our lovely patrons like Rhea D, Celine H, Ingenious Baboon, La Longue, Mario M. Let me thank Jenna, Jigglypuffer, Excess Lubricant, Jordan M, Khalid Dakak, Dreadful Utopia, DOC Dismay also sends $2 and says everyone Ethan hates is cool and fire and have a safe flight. Well, thank you so much, DOC Dismay. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Consider joining our Patreon if you want. Consider becoming a member. Again, I'm sorry for the lack of exclusive content. It has been a non-stop content fucking 2 weeks, bro. I put out like 20 hours worth of live streams. So I will see you guys in Lebanon. The next time you see me, I'm going to be back in my set, with my lighting, with my equipment, with all that good shit, with the crew, with my cats. See you guys very soon. Thank you guys for joining me for this final live stream from the heart of the United States of America, folks. As always, there's a Spotify playlist linked in the chat that you guys can check out to listen to the songs that we're listening to here. You guys can listen to them. Let us play some of it right now. And folks, thank you for being with us here today. Remember to free Palestine. Fuck Zionism. We don't like Israel here, yo.
قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة كس أخت المملكة فايز من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة كذبين وعلى تندية البوس أول شي شفت بحياة رخوص منافقين وكلكم عن نور دبر وعيونك إنهم منظار صفت محتار شفت كثير أقدر في بلدنا يا عمي مليانة أثر فابو عليك بور خفف عن زول كيف بتبلش ربط لك النص بعرف شو اللي صور أنا زي الكبر بطلعش أسرار بيت بورتوس بكرة الصبح تنكب بوستوت أنا عندي صحاب تهد عمارات السخطة تفعل مرات كتير مرات من هون لهونيك نعد دولارات كتير مرات كس أخت المملكة فايزين من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة كس أخت المملكة فايزين من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة بليتنا مقصدر حفلة تنط مخمض مش شايف أبيض أيامي كلها بتقلب أسود تتشقلب وأنا من كل موقف تألم برمي ورا ظهر أنا بنسى أنا صدري وسع مش بحزن أنا هيك أنا ماخد مبدأ عش مبسوط تاخد كرشح وامبارح روحي بيرجعش فوقد الإحساس أنا بسألش بعملكم بنا لأجيب مصروف اسطول في ظهري جميع تعطول دبور وبزحكوا كأن كسطور خنطريش كس أخت المملكة فايزين من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة كس أخت المملكة فايزين من قبل المعركة خطتنا دايما مرستكة ومؤسسة ومدرسة اصحابي قليل ما هي مش بالكثرة وقت اللازم نعمل قصة هرب من الشرطة نفد من ورطة هرب من الشرطة مردافة بقند إذا انتو حفلة أنا هم سبق بعمل ضجة بصير بلقين تربية الشد طلع نازلة من موت بين الرصاص